Welcome to Assbutt.
Yeah.
We did the thing.
You did it.
We did the thing.
No,
I'm gonna
it was
make a
fun.
drinking game out of this podcast, and doing that will be like the first.
Anytime.
Or like a drinking bingo, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's anytime Ben does one of his, like, voices,
Yeah.
take a drink, everyone's gonna be dead by episode 3.
Or like anytime,
I don't know what you mean.
like, Travis yells at us about the microphones.
Yeah.
Or size. Due to
Size.
Any size.
Oh, yeah, due to any puns. That side, that's
Starting
it.
off strong.
That's the side.
Shit. All right. So, how's everyone's week been?
Mine's been, it's been pretty good.
Yeah, it's been alright.
What have y'all been getting into this week?
It's working.
Okay.
I hung some light up. I hung up some lights in our living room.
Yeah.
They look pretty cool. They're not as
very
bright as I
pretty.
wanted them to be.
They're very pretty though.
It's probably because the other lights that are on. When you turn those off, they'll probably look better.
No.
Even with all those
Yeah,
lights
no,
on.
they're
we
super
tested
dim.
It last night.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have some lights in my room. They're the lights in question are these like tiny string lights.
Yeah, they're like tiny string LED lights strung along copper wire.
Yeah.
But yours are super bright.
Mine are mine are the light for the room. Like I do have a lamp in there, but one of my cats, I won't name which one, but their name rhymes with Bleevins.
All right. So
broke that lamp, so I have the string lights now.
did y'all swap the lights on different? Have you tried these lights on any other like outlets?
No,
Okay. It could just be the outlet has like less power available.
I don't think that's the case.
It's not the same brand.
Yeah, that is also not the same brand.
It is the same type of lights.
Okay. Fair enough.
So I had the best idea I've ever had in my life.
What's that?
Taquito roulette.
Oh, yes.
Oh, son of a bitch.
So
Yes.
we
Yeah.
make a ton of taquitos
We're gonna make like 30 or 40 of these bitches.
with nearly the same filling, but with one important difference.
Do you want to do this tomorrow?
Yeah, let's make a bunch of taquitos.
Okay.
Travis has about 50 different hot sauces.
Okay. Bring them.
For everything from
I
like
don't have that many hot sauces.
your
That's
chillest. You have like 10.
I
You have like 5.
Mark has a bunch
I have
too.
4.
You have 4.
I've got
Sriracha.
sriracha,
Valentina,
Cholula.
Another unnamed hot sauce that doesn't have the label on
Oh,
it.
that's the stuff from Tim's Cajun Kitchen.
The Tim's Cajun Kitchen hot sauce.
That's pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
And you've got the
The Carolina Reaper sauce.
The Carolina Reaper sauce. That's 5. That's more hot sauces than I feel like people have normally.
That reminds me of something a bit I was working on. It's you know how people name their genitalia? I met this girl who named hers Carolina. I was like, oh, that's a pretty name. She's like, no, it's short for something. I said, what's it short for? Carolina Reaper? Exactly.
Is that a common thing? People name their genitalia?
Yeah, is
Carolina.
I
it?
know women who will like name their boobs.
No, I've the past few people I've met in the biblical sense have been like, yeah, this is the name for my under the hood, if you know what I'm saying.
You guys prayed
Interesting.
together
Yeah, huh? What'd you say?
in the biblical sense. You guys got down on your knees and
Yeah,
did some praying.
yeah, we washed each other's feet.
You had a come to Jesus meeting.
Yeah,
You
if by Jesus you mean Barry White.
you got.
Oh my God.
I mean, look. I have been watching American Gods, and I know that there are many different religions. So
True.
Barry White is your calling. I'm not gonna shame you for that.
I'm gonna call you to come to the Lord of Barry White.
Yes. Okay. So
But
here's
yeah.
what we do with the taquitos. We make a bunch of different ones. They all have the same filling, except we put different hot sauces in them.
Just like
And then
a
we mix
lime.
them all up from like the least hot to the hottest. And we mix them all up and we serve them, but we don't label them correctly.
Yeah. No, or we don't label them at all.
We don't label them at all.
So
They're
it's
just
a
taquitos.
it's a roulette.
Yeah. So sometimes you're going to get one, you're going to be like, oh, this is a Pleasant Valentina. And then sometimes it's going to be Carolina Reaper.
Yeah,
We're gonna
you
have to
never
get-
know.
We're gonna have to get like a tub of hot sauce, or you ever had crema de mexicana? Ooh, it's Mexican sour cream.
Ooh.
It's like, you know how like tart sour cream is, and like it's got that real sour creamy taste.
Yeah, that sour cream tastes like sour cream. Is that what you're telling me?
Exactly. But Mexican sour cream doesn't taste like that. It's a lot smoother. And and it's a lot creamier, and it's very good stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'll have to check it out.
Oh yeah. But yes, we should get that for this taquito roulette. But yeah, we can do this tomorrow because hell yeah.
Yeah, get Mark to bring some hot sauces. I'll bring my hot sauces.
I'll bring the 1 billion corn tortillas I have.
Do we have
Some
taquito
chicken.
filling?
We got some chicken, we got some cheese.
Yeah.
That'll work.
What more do we need?
Hot sauce.
Hot sauce.
Mm-hmm.
So taquito roulette. It's a hell of an idea.
Thank
We'll
you.
give you a high five for that.
It's the best idea I've ever had.
Damn. Well, I don't know. We'll find out.
That and, best idea I've ever had so far. I'm
Was
only
this
26.
podcast?
Don't lie to me. This is not the best idea I've ever had, but it is an idea I've had. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
It is what that is.
It's an idea.
It's an idea. Good or bad has yet to be seen. So, we'll just keep rolling with that. Ben, what about your week? What have you been doing, man?
Well, I accidentally took off too many days, and luckily I got sick, so
So now you're gonna have like a $3 paycheck.
it'll be fine. I worked
you got the,
I worked a full week last week, so it'll be fun.
Yeah, see, that's why I was okay with having 2 weeks off this week, because the 2 weeks previous I worked 52 and 49 hours.
Yeah.
So I was
by
like,
2 weeks you mean 2 days, but continue.
what?
You said 2 weeks off. The reason I was okay with having 2 weeks
Oh,
off.
yeah, 2 days off this week instead, because the last 2 weeks, whatever. Everyone knew what I was talking about.
No one knew what you were talking about. I only knew because I live with you and I see you a lot.
I mean, time isn't real, so
Fair
whatever I
enough.
said doesn't matter.
Thank God time's an illusion, man.
Damn right.
Yeah. You're not supposed to eat after 9, but thankfully time is an illusion, so
Yep.
who gives a shit?
Yeah. Spent most of my off days just mainly in like a haze or playing Destiny, which is pretty much the same thing at this point.
Nice.
Yeah.
I would say Destiny 2 is a lot better than the first one. I finally get to try the Nightfall. I played because I love playing with like very out of like we'll say foreign people. It's a safe one, but you never know with like because everyone, even like people who are like French, Australian, English, like from the Highlands, everyone likes your traditional, very cliche like there's 2 X's bookending the name, and it's a gothic kind of phrase.
Oh,
Wait, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about usernames.
Oh, okay. So, like,
sorry.
even if you're, like, an alien from, Zanklamork,
Exactly.
you still come in and you're like, yes, my username is XEmoKid69X.
Yep.
Pretty much. Or XX, blazing up XX.
It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
an alien word.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, xylophone, what does this mean? And you're like, wow, that name is very rude. Stop yelling. Stop saying slurs against my people just because we have a lot of X names and you guys don't. It's very impolite.
Exactly.
But what it means is rar. And, rar is love in dinosaurs. So
Exactly.
what I really want in my life is to meet aliens, but just have them be like basic. Like I just want them. I don't like that word very much, but I just want them to be like stereotypical, like basic bitches. Just like I love autumn because of pumpkin spice.
They've got like a mountain of whipped cream on top of like a little bit of coffee.
Yeah.
With like a bunch of sprinkles on it.
Dance like nobody's watching. Love like there's no tomorrow.
Oh shit.
My favorite movie is Titanic. I don't know. Actually, okay, I have a question for y'all.
Okay.
What's one movie that everybody has seen that you haven't seen?
Well, I'm not a plebeian, so I've seen every movie.
Oh, all right. Well, maybe you are a plebeian because you've seen every movie.
I'm gonna out myself right now.
Okay.
Out yourself as what?
I have never seen 2001: A Space Odyssey. I've also never seen The Godfather Part 2.
Oh, well, me neither.
Oh, okay. So that's a movie that everyone has seen, i.e. me. I'm everyone.
Wait, is The Godfather Part 2 like still one of the good ones?
It's
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
claimed to be like the best one.
Yeah, it's the best one.
Oh, because I
It's
watched The Godfather.
Part 3 that's not the good one.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I thought it was Part 2 and 3 that were bad.
No.
Gotcha.
But no, I love like mobster films. It's just like I've never like when I was a kid, I could watch like the Langoliers both halves and be fine because it was 4 hours because I was a kid.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Now it's like, you know what? I don't think I can't schedule 3 hours.
Yeah, I got too much going on.
Exactly.
I think about watching the, Lord of the Rings trilogy, and I shit myself out of fear.
Yeah.
I can't do it again. I will fall asleep in 30 minutes if you put any 3 of those movies on.
That's because Ben is an old man.
It's true.
Yeah.
He's an old. He says he's turning 27 this weekend, or 26, but really he's turning 94.
Pretty much. I get home at about 8:30 and get like a nice warm glass of milk. Get a little sleepy.
When I was a kid, I was like, and I was about to go to bed, I'd be like, yes, warm milk. Mother, temper that milk in the microwave for me, please. 30 seconds should do the trick. And y'all, it was the most disgusting thing I'd ever put in my mouth. I do not know why I did it every night for
don't know
2
why.
years. It was so gross.
I don't know why warm milk is a thing to make you go to sleep.
I don't know either.
Microwaved milk is not a thing.
Oh.
Okay,
Cooking it in like a
look,
sauce.
I didn't have a fancy stove and a saucepan and a spatula.
Did your mom never make you hot chocolate on the stove when you were a kid?
No, it's fine. Shut up.
Sorry.
So if you warm up milk in a saucepan
it's-
and
Okay.
then drink that,
It tastes pretty good.
you'll burn your lips on the saucepan. So make sure you put it in a cup.
Shut up, Travis.
All right. Wait.
I hate you.
Wait, just a
I
second.
hate how much I laughed at that. I'm still laughing at it.
If you're playing along with our hey,
That wasn't
Assbutt.
a good sigh. Hold on, let me try it. It's
There we go.
you gotta get that good intake of breath in. You gotta go.
All right.
So now that all of our listeners have died of alcohol poisoning,
My bad. But yeah.
Don't drink and podcast, y'all.
yeah.
So
We've learned that.
Yeah, we've learned that.
I think y'all are a good mixture of this question.
Okay.
So you have seen 2001.
Yes.
And you have seen Godfather Part 2 and 2001.
Yes.
All right. Which one would you suggest watching more? Or make the claim or make the case for 2001?
If you like things that look pretty cool, and
I do thoroughly enjoy. I've seen several other.
well, you like Kubrick movies,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Well, it's a Kubrick movie. So if you like things that look really cool and will confuse the fuck out of you, then go for it.
All right.
Okay, here's why Godfather Part 2 over 2001.
Okay.
2001 is boring and esoteric.
You know what? That's every Kubrick movie.
The Shining's not boring.
It's slow.
It is slow.
It's slow as hell.
It's slow. And I do like 2001. And it is a sci-fi movie, and that's points in its favor for me, because I prefer sci-fi over, like, mobster stuff.
Yeah.
But Godfather Part 2, not very boring. Not very
yeah.
slow.
As far as I know, it's like super fast and like ready to rock. All right. I'll be honest with you. I'm probably just gonna like somehow set aside 7 hours and watch both of them.
Yeah,
well,
there you go.
You know? Yeah.
You're probably
Or-
going to have 7 hours between now and when you die. I mean, I say that. Knock on some wood, but...
I'm gonna drive home and be like ram into a tree. My dying words will be, "I never got to see 2001: A Space Odyssey or Godfather Part 2."
Oh, if
Yep.
you die, I'd be like, oh my god, his dying words were lame.
Yeah.
Okay, so little tangent, little side tangent. Do you know why we knock on wood?
I think you've said this in an episode before already.
I don't think so.
Yeah, is because to let the wood fairies out and help you.
Yes!
Yeah.
It is!
You have said it on an episode.
Woo! I don't remember anything I say. Okay. One movie that I
Oh shit! Hang on.
haven't...
Oh, that's why I thought it was me. I
Yeah,
could
no,
hear
it's
it
me.
through that. Okay.
So one movie that I haven't seen that everybody else has seen is Titanic.
You haven't seen Titanic?
Nope.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, I have not.
Is there another one that you haven't seen anyone else's?
Another movie that I haven't seen that everyone else has seen. I haven't seen... okay, I have seen this movie, but it's been so long since I've seen it that I might as well have not have seen it, and that is Ghostbusters.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Like the OG one?
Yes.
I watch Ghostbusters like every 3 minutes, so...
It's a once-a-year movie for me. Most of Bill Murray's films are.
I think I just,
I will say this much. Ghostbusters is a better use of your time. And also...
Actually, have I even seen Ghostbusters all the way through?
God damn.
I remember because here's what I remember about it. I remember that very opening scene where, like, somebody is showing somebody cards or testing
Bill
psychic.
Murray is doing psychic tests.
Yeah.
And he shocks them when they get it wrong.
Yeah.
Well, so it's a guy and a girl.
Yes.
And he shocks the dude when he gets it wrong, but with the girl, it's like absolute. Like I think the guy actually got it right, and then the girl gets it wrong, but he shocks him, and with the girl, he's like, "Oh yeah, you got it."
Yeah. See, I saw that scene when I was a kid, and I had a very healthy sense of justice.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is bullshit. He's not shocking the guy. That's the actual psychic. And I stormed out of the room and I didn't see the rest of it.
I like how you had like a solid sense of justice, but no sense of humor.
No.
Yeah.
I had a sense of humor.
I'm fucking with you. But no, all right.
So I don't even think I've seen Ghostbusters.
Wow.
Yeah.
All
Which
right.
is why, like, when the 2016 Ghostbuster came out and everybody was so mad at it, I was just like, I can't care.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Because this isn't my childhood.
Do you like 80s movies?
Yeah.
Like,
it's a weird flip for me because I like 80s music. That's my favorite decade for music. I do like... There's a lot of rape in 80s comedies, all right? That's all I'm going to say. There's like a lot of rape and it's very uncomfortable.
I don't remember any rape in the first Ghostbusters.
The only thing sort of like that is when what's-his-face gets his dick sucked by a ghost.
Oh yeah, Dan Aykroyd?
Yeah, Dan Aykroyd gets a ghost blowjob. But that's real. Like Ghostbusters really isn't like a super rapey movie. Actually,
no, it's. I wouldn't say it's a wholesome movie, but it's a good time.
Yeah, it's a good time. Are you the keymaster?
Because I am the gatekeeper.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So between the two, Titanic is very overhyped at this point. Like you watch it now, it's just not going to be. Yeah. But that being said, I haven't seen it since I was a kid either.
All right, well there you go.
It's been a while since I watched it.
But it's like what, 3 hours altogether?
Yeah, it's long.
Because I remember having the
It
collector's
used to be
edition.
on 2 VHS tapes.
Yeah.
That's how long it
Really?
was. Yeah, it was 2 VHS tapes worth.
You know you're in for a ride when it's 2 VHS. It's like that big thing.
Yeah. The double.
Yeah.
I remember seeing it, and when I was a kid, I saw the case for it, and like one side had. I almost said Leonard Nimoy. Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
One side had Leonardo DiCaprio and the other side had what's-her-face on it. And they were like facing each other or whatever. And I thought, oh, it's Titanic told by this person, and then the second tape is that person. I was wrong about that. But yeah, I mean, I think it's worth a watch. You know what's gonna happen at the end, but
Yeah, the Titanic is gonna sink.
yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Well,
Do we need to put spoiler alerts on
an almost
historical? Not even the fact that that it's like a 20-year-old movie. That was a historical event that happened.
It's not a 20-year-old movie, is it?
It's getting there.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's getting there.
Yeah. Ghostbusters is 30. Definitely. At this point.
Yeah, Ghostbusters was like 80 something.
87, I think.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I like Groundhog Day.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
That's a Bill Murray movie.
Yeah.
What else have I seen that has Bill Murray in it?
Anything by Wes Anderson.
Yeah. Yes.
Have you seen the trailer for Isle of Dogs?
Yeah.
Dude, it looks good.
Wes Anderson.
I'm also glad it's stop motion.
Quirky motherfucker.
Like, Fantastic Mr. Fox may actually be my favorite Wes Anderson movie.
All right.
I think my favorite Wes Anderson movie has got to be The Grand Budapest Hotel.
Oh, yeah?
There's just no question.
Okay. I haven't seen Grand Budapest Hotel.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
Is Bill Murray in that one? I don't think
he makes a cameo.
He makes a cameo.
Oh, okay.
He's not
Fair
in
enough.
it very long.
Fair
Yeah. But he is. I mean, every second he's on screen is a joy. It's
Yeah.
just a joy. I've seen The Life Aquatic.
Oh, I love that movie.
That's a good movie. Did y'all have a sick movie when you were a kid?
I had sick TV shows.
Oh, what were your sick TV shows?
The Price is Right.
Price is Right, Jeopardy, and Wheel of Fortune.
Okay, so that was just like what was on. You didn't have like anything taped.
No, I would skip playing video games when I was sick to watch these. Because they were
Dang.
fun. Well, I enjoyed them. Like, specifically Price is Right.
Yeah.
Because, like, Bob Barker back in the day, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I was ever really a huge like game show person, or at least I wasn't until I got older and I found out about like British TV game shows,
Oh, yeah,
which aren't
those-
really like
Like the panel shows.
the panel shows. That's not really played for money.
Yeah.
They
like
just
Who's
have
Line.
like comedians come on and like play these games. My favorite is Would I Lie to You, which is where these different comedians come on and tell like outrageous facts about themselves. Facts.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
sometimes
yeah.
they're true and sometimes they're false. Oh, so funny. And also, David Mitchell from That Mitchell and Webb Look is a panelist on that show.
Oh, yeah.
And he is a delight. Just a delight every time he's on.
What's your favorite British television show?
I mean, I want to say Doctor Who because just that's the one that I've watched the most of and the longest.
All right, not counting Star Trek or...
Star Trek is British.
Yeah,
Well,
Star
it's-
Trek was started by American.
Not the OG, the one
Commie.
with the one with Patrick Stewart. Because that's the one that runs on BBC America all the damn time.
I think it was still
That's
produced
still
in America.
American.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's always on BBC America.
It
that's
is all
why.
like
But
for
it's
some
owned by
reason I think
Paramount.
yeah BBC somehow has broadcasting rights to all of the Star Trek TV shows.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not counting that specific Star Trek.
But it's like how PBS has broadcasting rights to Sherlock. you know?
Yeah,
That doesn't make an American
It's
television
like
show.
syndicated or something like
Yeah.
that.
Okay, not counting that Star Trek or Doctor Who.
Okay.
To make it a little bit harder. Or Monty Python.
Oh, I already have an answer.
Cool.
You go then.
Okay, The Mighty Boosh.
That's a good
Oh,
one.
that is a
Yeah,
good show.
love that show. Love that show to death.
Okay, so I actually have two, and I'm putting up two because one of them is not a British television show technically,
Fair enough.
but it is great, and it does have people speaking in an accent that's not American, so
There
I'm
you go.
counting it. But the one that is British that I'm going to say is Luther. First of all, introduced me to Idris Elba. He is amazing. Second of all, it's a mystery show. And third of all, it has one of the best female characters that I've ever seen on TV. Also in that vein is The Fall,
That's a
which
good one.
stars Gillian Anderson of X-Files fame.
X-Files fame.
And that's a really good show. But the one that I love that's not technically a British TV show because it's an Australian TV show,
Yeah.
Miss Fisher's Murder Mysteries. It's so good.
It is good.
It is
It is
about
good.
this woman,
And she
in the
solves murder
1920s.
mysteries.
and she solves murder mysteries
I could
What the-
not tell that from the title.
with the help. It's set in the 1920s, and she is like a modern woman. You know, she's young and into money and likes to have sex a lot. And she gets help from a dashing detective and his constable and her companion, which I think was an old-timey rich woman's word for, like, I can't be out in public by myself, so I'm hiring this person to be my friend.
Yeah, and
Sounds
also
about
Be
right.
My Maid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also my maid. And it is great.
All right.
It is a delight.
It's a lot of fun.
It stars Essie Davis from Babadook fame,
Okay.
and I love it.
Yeah.
Those are my answers.
I would go with the Black's Books
Okay.
or the IT Crowd.
I knew
Oh,
at
the
least
IT Crowd is
I knew
really
one
good.
of I thought about IT Crowd and then I was like Mighty Boosh though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I knew one of us was gonna say IT Crowd.
Oh yeah.
I'm here to play games and drink milk, and
I'm
I'm just
all
from milk. A D&D game, is there sex involved? Oh, far from it, Jen. The IT Crowd is great. Oh my god, did you guys ever see that terrible American Pilot?
Yes.
So bad. It stars, I don't know his real name, but Jeff from Community.
Oh yeah.
Joel McHale.
Joel McHale, yeah, and
It's a shot-for-shot, word-for-word remake of the British one, and
except American.
it's
Oh,
it's
God.
It's real bad.
terrible.
We should find it later and make Travis watch it.
Maybe.
A la Clockwork Orange, where we like hold his eye, we strap him down, and we like force his eyes open.
We'll watch like the first 5 minutes, or because we could watch the first 5 minutes of the original before or after as a palate cleanser.
Yeah.
And
then, comparison.
Yeah.
Because it's just not.
We could just run them both at the same time.
It's not very good.
Did you guys ever see? So that show ended in what?
IT Crowd?
Yeah.
It ended with a third or a fourth season.
Yeah.
I don't remember what.
But whatever year it ended, they did like a reunion show.
Yes.
And they brought all the characters back, same set, same characters, everything like that, and they did one episode.
2006 to 2013.
Okay, yeah. So they did a reunion show in like 2014 or 2015. And it was okay.
Is it the one with the courtroom? Or am I thinking of is that just the actual ending of the show?
I don't know.
I don't know. The one
It's been a minute since I
the
watched
reunion
it.
episode is, I don't think it's on Netflix. It's a special episode that they did. And it's about viral videos.
Oh.
Because Jen yells at somebody and it goes viral, and now she's like trying to avoid being in public.
So I actually this whole like doing specials and reboots, or not necessarily reboots, but bringing it back.
Yeah.
We're kind of in a golden age of that for television.
We're in a golden age of that for television because of copyright.
Yeah,
because
studio,
if they don't remake it,
if they
the
don't
copyright
remake
goes
it,
out.
yeah,
they
lose the
they
trademark.
lose the copyright and it goes into public domain. Damn you, Disney! You did
Yeah.
this to us. Disney.
So that's why we're getting a lot of reboots. I feel like that's why we're getting a lot more superhero stuff too.
Yeah. Well, that's definitely why they made. That's definitely why Fox keeps making X-Men films, is because if they don't make so many every year, every couple of years, then they're going to lose the rights to the X-Men.
Absolutely.
So thank Wolverine Origins on Disney. I certainly do. For those of you who don't know, Disney back in the early days when copyright law was being really formed, did their damnedest to change it to benefit them, which means that it extended the copyright on a lot of properties.
Modern copyright length is because of Disney's lobbying.
Yes. So like, you have a ton of works that just fall through the cracks and can't ever be shown to the public because it's not popular, it's not in the zeitgeist, but it can't be printed by other people or like produced by other people because it's still under copyright.
Yeah.
It's fucking nuts.
You can still find those old Bugs Bunny cartoons and Mickey Mouse cartoons that are super racist on YouTube, but they're on channels that aren't monetized.
Yeah.
For that reason. Also, fun fact, do you know why Disney uses Mickey Mouse every so often? To keep the copyright up.
Yeah.
Because of Rule 34. For real.
Oh, God.
Wait a minute. Okay. I've seen some Mickey Mouse.
So wait, is Disney as a company is going around and suing people for Rule 34 art of Mickey Mouse?
Yes.
Well, that's why, to avoid copyright, and you actually see this with like The Wicked Witch of the West.
Yep.
Because The Wizard of Oz, the book, is not under copyright.
Nope.
It is a free domain.
But the movie.
But the MGM movie is. So, like, Disney did that terrible Oz the Great and Powerful movie, and the witch has green skin, which is not a book element.
Right.
And a pointy hat, which is not a book element. And a broom, which is not a book element. But they changed it just enough so that, and what's MGM now? Warner Brothers or something?
Who the fuck knows?
I think it's Warner Brothers because they own Tom and Jerry. And Tom and Jerry, this is a tangent, but the reason why that connected in my brain is because Tom and Jerry will do shot-for-shot remakes of classic movies like The Wizard of Oz and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, or Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, excuse me. But they will add Tom and Jerry into the stories to shoehorn them in any way they can.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
God.
So I think they did one with The Wizard of Oz, so I think Warner Brothers owns it. But Disney in the Oz the Great Powerful, the witch had green skin, but it wasn't the same green.
Yeah.
And the dress was
It's
different.
a different
And
green,
so
different dress.
they avoided copyright issues.
Yeah, like Wicked Witch of the West green is a copyrighted color, just like TARDIS blue.
Yes.
And, shit like that.
So if you want to make Mickey Mouse porn, which why would you? But apparently some people do, and...
Yeah, just
Mazel
turn
tov.
Mickey Mouse like a different shade of gray or something.
or like...
Or
make his pants blue or something.
Mm-hmm.
Have at it, internet.
There you go.
Go forth.
Go
Be
forth
gross.
and fornicate.
Yeah, go forth and create pornography.
Do you think like that those types of porn exist? Not because like people are titillated by it,
I think it's just because people...
because it's transgressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People say, I wonder what Mickey Mouse would look like naked, and then they make that.
Yeah.
God.
Here's the thing. There's 7 billion people
Yes.
in this world. All of us are a little bit weird.
Sure.
Some of us are a lot weirder than others.
Some of us want to see Mickey Mouse bone Goofy, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just as I know the internet to be.
There's weird corners.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey. So
Let's tangent away from this.
yeah. Okay.
Let me just George of the Jungle style get out of here. Like,
let's rope our way out of this
Yeah.
one. Which question did we not ask yet?
okay, so I've got some questions for the audience. My audience being
Us.
Ben and
the two of
Travis.
us. Or if you want to send us some answers to the questions
Yeah,
we
at
had discussed.
Habcast.
Yeah, hit us up at Habcast.
On Twitter.
We also do have an email address. We have a Gmail. I can't remember what it is, but
Good job, Travis.
but I'm gonna figure it out.
Hey, Travis.
I'm gonna remember
Just tweet
Boy,
the-
you gotta carry that weight.
Tweet us.
I used it to make the Habcast Twitter, and now
Just tweet it to us, and we'll get it that way. Tweet us questions and answers, either one.
yeah, go for it. If you want to listen to something, if you want us to discuss something on an episode, tweet at us. It'll be a million years before you hear it discussed because we backlog these episodes.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
They
just be
are hella
patient.
backlogged.
Maybe we'll get there.
Or we might do a special episode where we answer audience questions.
Habcast Q&A. HABC Q&A.
HABC Q&A. Yeah.
HABCQ ampersand A.
No.
Fine, it's
HABCQ letter N A.
HABCQ apostrophe N apostrophe A.
HABQ
HAB
H HABCASTQRSTUVWXYZ.
Okay.
Got it.
So here are
Now
my
I know
questions
my
for you
habit.
guys. And if the audience wants to get in on this, then that's fine.
Shoot, Ari.
What is your favorite swear word, or in the case of our less filthy-mouthed people, such as Ben and I are, less, like, just a word you like to say when you're frustrated? Maybe you've stubbed your toe. Maybe you've dinged your car in somebody else's car.
Yeah.
Maybe you're watching a TV show and you think it's going to go on for 10 seasons, but in fact it only goes on for a season and a half, has a super unsatisfying cliffhanger ending.
Very true.
Not that I've experienced that personally, but I'm sure some people have. So
Oh, you're talking about Firefly.
that's only 14 episodes, but yes.
Oh, yeah.
Who wants to go first on the swear word train?
I've got one.
All
Go for it.
It's yours.
So my favorite swear word, the one that I just say all the time, is fuck.
That's a good
Yeah.
one. That's
just-
a classic.
I think everyone says fuck.
Yeah.
And it's not. I'm not winning any creativity points here, but I just love that fucking word.
It's a solid word.
There's nothing more satisfying than letting out a good fuck.
Yeah.
And I am disappointed that I can't say fuck you to more people.
Yeah.
You can. It's just.
I mean,
like,
yeah, you can. You just risk getting punched in the face way more often.
We had a birthday party at work, and it was like almost 30 kids.
Oh, like a birthday party came to the store?
Yes, and I just wanted to be like, fuck, in the kitchen, but I can't do that because you can't do that around kids,
I mean,
That's
you
why you
can,
say-
but you're gonna get some dirty looks.
and I'll get fired.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. So what?
I've cursed in front of some kids before.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I curse in front of kids all the time.
And I'm just like, hey,
But-
fuckers, get used to it.
Yeah.
You live in a cruel, hard world, okay?
Fuck ain't gonna be the worst thing you hear today.
It isn't.
But like,
Not
if
from
I'm
my mouth.
if I'm around a kid and I curse, I'll be like, "Oh shit!" I mean, uh-oh.
See, I just roll with it. I'm never. I mean, I used to be like, oh fuck. I mean, god damn it. I mean, shit.
But
Fuck.
if you just roll
But
with
now
it,
I'm
they
just like, whatever.
usually they won't even be able to tell.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on how young the kid is
Yeah.
too. If they're like pushing 10, I'm like,
Yeah.
it's fine.
They've
But
heard
if they're 8 or below, I'm like, ugh, I'm gonna maybe try to spare your young innocent ears.
Nah.
And then a word I like to say when I'm not, like, sometimes I won't cuss because it's more satisfying to say other things.
Yeah.
And that is biscuits.
Biscuits is also fun.
Biscuits is a good swear word.
Son of a biscuit.
Biscuits.
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 Or sometimes sweet biscuits,
Okay.
which isn't a good thing, although it does sound like it would be. Sweet biscuits. What about
Like
you
a sweet
guys?
roll.
So I actually, in my like day-to-day life, I don't curse all that much. Even on stage, like I'm not. I can do it. Like a lot of people are like, oh, there's no way I could ever do a clean set. It'd take me way too long to figure that out. Like
By other people, he means me.
yeah.
Yeah.
I struggle with a clean set.
I can't.
But
do
like
it.
I can do a clean set like absolutely no problem.
I could
But yeah, so I don't know.
you had one a minute ago.
I don't. What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't necessarily like yell curse words, but I do just yell in general. Like if someone cuts me off in traffic, I'll just be like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
Which is a solid one.
Yeah.
I actually, if somebody cuts me off, ironically, I don't curse them out.
Huh.
I'm always like, well, all right, sir.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But yeah, I have really big lungs and I like to use them, so I just get loud.
All right. No. Somebody cuts me off in traffic. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna back the mic away.
Okay.
Be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh wow.
That was very
see,
loud.
not only did that still pick up on that microphone, I'm pretty sure it picked up on all three.
Yeah. I can be real loud when I want to be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But no, it's not. Traffic is not my good spot.
But yeah, I do have a situation where I've seen a curse replaced that has been my favorite.
Yeah.
And you guys already know this, but this is for the listeners. One of my very first jobs was working at Popeyes. And among the many rules of working at Popeyes, we weren't allowed to curse because we were a good company. And so we weren't allowed to curse, and it was a small place too. Like if you were talking in the kitchen, people could hear you. So one day, a coworker of mine was filling up these buckets of ice to put in this old ass soda machine we had. Like it didn't have an ice maker on top of it; it was so old. So we'd fill up the ice and go dump it in there. And he was filling them up, and he was putting all the buckets of ice on a cart so he could wheel it out there and do it all at once. And he's pushing the cart, and he hits a bump, and all of the ice spills off of the cart. And he goes, "Ah, shit!" And the GM is standing like right behind him. Or, like the GM's like standing at this computer that she would use to, place the food orders and stuff like that. But she was standing right there and heard him. And the GM of this Popeyes was just the sassiest. She was super sassy. I loved her. She was great. We called her, this wasn't her name, but we called her Miss Angel. That's, yeah. But we would, anyway. So she heard her and she goes, "Excuse me. We don't say, 'oh shit' in this store. We say, 'that ain't so fresh.'" And that is just the best phrase to cover up oh shit. Like, "that ain't so fresh." I never heard of that before.
I've not heard
And
that.
to this day, it haunts my dreams. "That ain't so fresh." I love it.
In that vein, my favorite replacement for a movie, specifically when it's on television, is in The Big Lebowski.
Oh,
no matter what channel it's on. The scene where Jeff Bridges and John Goodman go to confront Larry the Kid. John Goodman just whips out the crowbar and starts beating up that Corvette, saying, "Look, see what happens, Larry? See what happens when you find a stranger in the Alps?"
The original line is "fuck a stranger in the ass," right?
Yeah.
One really good replacement for Die Hard is "Hippie by day, mother trucker."
Oh my god.
And the original line is "Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker."
Yeah.
Which is also a very satisfying phrase to say.
See,
it's also true.
I've also seen them just like if he's saying it into the walkie-talkie, they just say "yippee-ki-yay," and then they just cut out the motherfucker because that's easier.
Well, and you still get like the trademark or like the phrase of the movie across. Yeah.
But there was something else. Oh, do you guys think that when they do the ADR dialogue for movies, do you think that they go ahead and record the real lines and then also the censored lines at the same time?
Yeah, probably.
I think they do because I don't know. I feel like it'd be more tedious
to go back
and do it.
You don't think they just get other like interns to do that?
What do you?
Interns who sound like Jeff Goldman?
No.
John Goldblum?
Who?
John Goldblum?
Jeff
Goldblum.
Who are you talking about?
John Goodman.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Ari. Is there toast around?
It took me a minute to get there.
I mean, we
that's
both
what
just bought
matters.
bread. Is there toast?
No.
I could go for some toast, some buttered toast.
Yeah. Apparently Ari already has some.
It's true.
I don't have it. I just smell it.
Yeah.
Apparently, damn.
Okay, so it's John Goodman and Jeff Goldblum, and it's not that they look alike because they don't.
No, I don't know how you got them mixed up.
It's just that
they
their
just
names
have
are similar to
JG.
me.
They
Yeah,
have JG as their initials.
And I just rolled with it.
There you go.
Fun fact about The Big Lebowski. Guess who's in it in a very small role?
Steve Buscemi.
Yeah. No,
In
he's
a
not a
small
small role.
No, Mark Pellegrino.
Oh my god.
Who was
Yeah,
relevant to
yeah,
this
yeah.
podcast.
Of course, it's
No.
Mark Pellegrino.
Wow, stop!
no,
You're
he-
gonna make it sound like I'm obsessed with him. or
He's one of the
something.
guys that works for Jackie
I'm
Treehorn.
not.
Oh, is he?
When the dude
Yeah.
says, "Oh," because when he pulls the bowling ball out of the bag, and he's like, "What the fuck is this?" And the dude is like, "Obviously, you're not a golfer." He's that guy.
Yeah.
He's the guy
okay.
that drops the bowling ball in the bathroom. He's that guy.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, he owes the dude a new rug.
No. The
I mean, he doesn't, but
Yeah.
The Asian man is not the issue here,
yes.
because he's the one that.
Stop making it sound like I've seen everything of what Mark Pellegrino's ever been.
So,
That's not the case.
addendum to Ari's answer. Ari hasn't seen anything if it doesn't have Mark Pellegrino in it.
Wow, rude. Just because he's a very charismatic actor.
It's true.
See, this is the problem with No, they're not going there. Never mind.
All right, so to reel it back in, my favorite, I have two answers for favorite swear word, and it is "God damn it"
Of course.
and "bastard." Because
Really?
bastard is just fun to say.
I think I've heard you thrown around bastard a few times before.
Like,
Yeah.
I'll stub a toe and be like, "Fucking bastard."
See, Game of Thrones, a
Yeah.
show that I do not watch and have not seen,
All right.
has ruined the word bastard for me.
Really?
Because a character in that is a bastard.
So,
Oh,
aren't
like the
several
literal
characters?
definition
Yeah.
of bastard.
Yes. And it gets brought up a lot, at least in,
Do you know?
from what I've known about it.
See, I don't keep it. Like, I've seen like 2 episodes of it. I've seen like the first one, and I've seen the Battle of the Bastards. That's it.
I've seen the first one.
Okay.
See, and even in just the 2 episodes you've seen, one of the titles has the word bastard in it.
Yeah.
It just gets thrown around a lot in the literal meaning, and I just don't enjoy it as much anymore.
I've said
Yeah.
it since I was like a kid. It's a fun word to say.
Also because bastard is the equivalent of bitch, and I'm sorry, but bitch is a much better word.
Bitch is a much better word, and it has a better.
I feel like
Like where it
one
comes
syllable curse words just hit more.
Yeah, because they're easier
Yeah.
to say. But that being said, do you know where the word bitch comes from?
A female dog.
That is true.
But where does it come from calling
what
a female
word it comes-
dog that?
It. All right. So you know the word ambitious.
Yes.
They would say in a very about a woman specifically, like in the early.
Oh, if a
20th
woman
century.
was too ambitious,
I
they were
knew
a
that
bitch.
ambitious was always secretly a curse word against women.
Yep.
I knew it. I've always,
See,
I've
that's
always
why-
secretly known it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That's why I don't like the word. I don't like to use the word ambition or ambitious
Yeah.
Yeah.
to like describe people. I like to use the word determination.
Somebody
There you go.
once described me as ambitious, and I was like, "Oh, she has just called me a cunt. That is what has happened."
Yeah.
Well,
And
no.
I was right.
She
I
said
was
that
right.
you are filled with charisma, uniqueness,
With
nerve, and talent.
Did you tell her that you would see her next Tuesday?
I did not.
You should have. But no, like ambitious.
She
is
was
like,
a country woman, though.
hey.
Hey,
She was a woman from the country.
But no,
yes.
there are like a loose terms that ESPN will use that are like slights against like people of different colors.
Oh yeah.
This comes from the league. Like firecracker is typically like used against like people of like Hispanic background.
Well, yeah, because there's
stand-up
there's
guy.
the like
No, stand-up guys and a class acts are usually black people.
yeah
Scrappy, little white dudes.
yeah
Yeah, like short, like Will
And
Weinger.
ambition is just
yeah. Gosh, I
Serena
always-
Williams. What an ambitious woman.
God.
Shots acquired.
Hey, I'm gonna take these off because I'm getting a lot of feedback and it's hurting my ears.
Oh,
Fair
sorry.
Which I don't think is in the recording. I just think it's the headphones.
Yeah, no, you're probably it's peaking a lot. Those headphones aren't very good.
Yeah.
But,
There's a difference between feedback and peaking.
All right.
By the way.
Fair enough. Well, I've learned something new today.
Yeah.
Sorry, getting back on topic,
It's
away
fine.
from racism.
It's cool. I swear I like to say it for special occasions. Cunt.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Cunt
I
is
don't-
a special occasion
Yeah.
swear word,
Because-
and I don't even like that I said it just then.
It's got to be a basic bitch. Just cuts me off in traffic, and she's got like the big sunglasses on and sipping a pumpkin spice. She is a cunt when
See,
I'm
I feel
in,
like this
in
is
traffic.
the difference between me and Ben is that I use that word
See, and
in
that's,
the bedroom.
that's
Oh.
fun.
In the boudoir.
In the boudoir.
Yes, because that to me is a very like
It's a special
intimate
occasion.
word.
Yeah.
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 If I'm with a lady
Mm-hmm.
and we're
Canoodling.
gal palling it up, if you
Yes.
get what I'm
What's
saying.
better than gals being pals?
I can't think of a single thing, my good friend.
You know what?
If
Me either.
we're practicing our cat's cradles, if you get what I'm talking about, I'll drop a C word. I'll drop a C word or two.
Oh my
And
god.
on that note, I do.
But I rarely call people cunts.
Yeah.
But I do
okay.
think it.
Fair enough. That's how I feel about cock. Like when a woman uses that word in the bedroom.
That word is gross.
See,
Yeah.
so we're on the opposite sides of the K or the C word coins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and there's also the other reason, because like we were talking about how bitch is the bastard is the male equivalent of bitch. But bastard doesn't pull the same punch as bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and
because-
I typically if I'm calling someone a bitch, I typically mean it as like a boss ass bitch.
Yeah.
But when I'm calling someone a cunt and I mean it in a negative way, there is no male equivalent to the word cunt.
It's true. Well, see, like when
Can't, even dick doesn't hold the same.
No,
Yeah.
because when you want to really hit a guy, and this has been like a thing since I was a kid because of like stereotypes and
Call him a woman.
exactly. That's why
Yeah.
you call him a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, bitch.
You pussy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You sissy.
Because you call him a cock, a dickhead, a dick, anything like that, you're still calling him a dude.
Yeah.
You call him a bitch.
And there are like I was talking about a couple weeks ago, there are endearing assholes.
Yeah.
There are
Dr. Cock.
charming
House.
dicks,
Yeah. Yeah.
like dicks who you still want to hang out with.
Jeff from.
There are no endearing cunts.
You could make the defense, and this is a stretch of the word. Well, she's not even a cunt in that show, so never mind. I was gonna say Gillian Anderson in the X-Files, because she's always a real harsh cock block, and she'll see she saw the alien, and then in her report she's like, I don't know what the fuck Mulder saw.
Yeah.
He's a crazy bastard. But yeah,
He's a crazy bitch. But that's the thing is
Yeah.
it bothers me that there's not. It bothers me that the insult for men is women.
Yeah.
to go back to endearing cunts. You ever seen Just Shoot Me?
No.
Oh damn. There would be one in that show. I can't think of the name of the actress right now.
Sometimes I think maybe Mila Kunis's character from that '70s show.
I wouldn't
People
say
like her character.
people like her character. Is she endearing? No. she is a very bad stereotype for like Valley Girl-esque.
But she's a bitch, and people like her.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Because, like, you know how people like Cartman, even though he's basically the worst human being imaginable?
No, that was the point of his character, to be the worst.
No, I understand that, but
Yeah.
people liked him anyways.
Yeah. Which is weird.
You know what we can get into right now?
Let's rock and roll.
The satire paradox.
Oh
Okay.
God.
Oh,
God.
I've got
I feel like we don't have enough time for this.
We don't.
This should be...
We're going to cut that. We should cut that then. But we should talk about the satire paradox, especially
You
as
should write it
comedians.
down is what you should do, because I've got some fun things for that. Like, especially with, like, Filthy Frank and Pink Guy.
I love Filthy Frank.
Do you ever watch First We Feast?
Yeah, he was on Hot Ones.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I
Oh,
watched
that's
it.
good, man. Dude.
Super good interview.
I'm not going to be able to comment much on Filthy Frank because I haven't seen it.
Well, it's actually, that would be a fun thing to do. Speaking of like the parody, like the satire paradox, his point is to be the absolute worst of the internet.
He
like 4chan literally
his thing is that
incarnates.
he's the incarnation of the worst parts of everything on the internet. But at the same time, pointing out how hypocritical and ridiculous it can be.
Exactly.
Like I was telling you, like he can be offensive, but he's offensive to like a point where it's just so over the top and ridiculous. He also does a lot of gross out humor.
Well, and that's why we're going to talk about the satire paradox, because people find that offensive, but like we need to talk about why. Mm-hmm. But we're not going to talk about that right now, because you're right, we don't have enough time to get into it.
Yeah.
But
it's a deep ass.
yeah, it bothers me. You know, I do love those words, but I try to use them sparingly because it bothers me that like, if I want to really just get a guy with a curse word, the best thing I can say is like, "You're a girl."
Yeah.
And that sucks.
It does suck.
Yeah.
Which is why fuckboys is such a good word.
Yeah, I think that is the worst thing you can call a dude, because that is like I don't know, I was very isolated for several years, and I like lost out on like the development of the fuckboy, and it's like, oh shit, like I worry about things I do and say. It's like, oh god, am I being a fuckboy?
I can actually think back to a literal branching path I could have taken in my life.
That you could have been a fuckboy,
I could have turned into a fuckboy
instead of the ace that you are now.
Yeah,
the ace we know and love.
Like, it's crazy to me to think about that, but I can like remember vividly. I was in college.
Wow.
Damn.
And I was like, I could either hang out with these people
and be cool,
cool, or I could just do whatever I feel like.
And you did whatever you feel
and
like.
I just do whatever I feel like.
And you're not a fuckboy.
And now I'm not a fuckboy, because I look back at who those people are now and the organization that they're a part of, are a part of, whatever. It was all very.
Yeah. Snapbacks.
Not even I like snapbacks, but like.
I like snapbacks too, but you have to admit they are the hat.
Yeah.
It's the uniform.
Yeah.
I actually prefer like flat bill trucker hats anyway.
Fair enough.
I'm just not a hat person, but that's neither here nor there.
See, my hair's dirty, and that's why I'm wearing a hat.
There you go.
Best reason to wear a hat.
Yeah.
If you see, like, I don't
Best
wear
reason
hats.
to buy some dry shampoo, y'all.
Yeah.
I don't like the way the way the aerosol in the shampoo smells.
Yeah.
I just can't do it.
They have some nice smelling ones.
They do, and also need conditioner. Do they have dry conditioner?
Yeah, leave-in
Okay.
conditioner. Sometimes I forget that, like, when, you're assigned female at birth, you basically, from the dawn of your existence, are, like, trained in these different products and, like, what they're for and what they do and, like, why you have them and why you use them. And I literally had to explain to somebody what dry shampoo is, a product that I'm just, like...
It's
use all the time and cannot imagine living without.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, it's a spray that you put in your hair when it's dirty. I don't know what else to tell you, man. It's exactly what it sounds like. I can't believe you haven't heard of it.
Yeah, it's basically something you put in your hair to absorb the oils.
Yeah.
But like
the cheap version of dry shampoo is just baby powder.
Yeah.
It smells better.
True. Very true.
I only have seen dry. I think my sister uses it a lot more now, but I have never used dry shampoo in my day-to-day life. I've only ever seen it used in my family when one of us is like in the hospital and can't take a shower because of like surgery scars or anything like that. Like my dad has had heart surgery a couple times, and then one time he came home and they were like, "Oh yeah, you can take a shower. It's fine." He took a shower and all of his clots came out.
Oh god! Ew.
But so
I mean, I'm sorry about your dad, but
it was like
good day.
situationally, it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But
That's gnarly.
yeah. But so whenever he's in like the hospital or whatever, and they're like, "Don't take a shower because you might bleed," that he'll use dry shampoo because he doesn't want his hair feeling greasy.
Yeah, fair enough. Who wants their hair feeling greasy?
But like
Kid Rock.
I take a shower every single day, if not twice a day.
I can't do that.
Yeah, I can't do that either. My hair will fall out.
No, here's the thing. I don't wash my hair every day.
See, that
I will either just, rinse my body off and leave my hair dry, or I will just simply rinse my hair and it still leaves most of the oils in, and it doesn't like, because if I like literally washed my hair all the time, it would turn to straw.
Yeah.
Because it has before.
Yeah.
Now, your shower in there, do you have the handle kind of head that you can take off and like spray around?
No.
See, when I do that,
I need to get one of those. I had one of those in my parents' house in my shower there, but that head is like rusted on, so I can't take it.
Fair enough. But yeah, no, that is like when I do.
But
that,
it's super useful for doing that.
Yeah. Well, guys, the episode we're watching tonight is Asylum.
Asylum.
I'm pretty excited. I remember this episode pretty fondly.
Yeah.
What about you, Ben?
Pretty good.
All right,
Pretty
Travis.
good. Yep.
You know what I'm about to ask.
Uh-huh.
What do you think is going to happen?
What do I think is going to happen this episode? I think Sam and Dean are going to go to a casino.
God.
No.
That was almost as good as the answer I thought you were going to say.
Travis.
Sam and Dean are going to go to a hospital, like a mental hospital. And then they're going to be like, "We heard there's some ghosts here or some shit." And people are going to be like, "We don't know what you're talking about." And then they're going to like search the hospital, and they're like searching the hospital for the whole episode until they finally get to this one room in the basement where they open the door and they see themselves.
Bam. That is, you know what? That was almost as good as what I thought you were going to say.
And then the show ends because the time loop is over. They've discovered themselves. They're just in a mental hospital.
I like how you're just finding new ways for the show.
Why do you want to end the show so badly? Travis, every time we see an episode, you're like, "Yeah, I really liked it," or like, "I didn't like it, but I still think I want to watch the show." And now I'm questioning that. Now I'm thinking maybe you don't like Supernatural. We're dragging you on this journey by your coattails.
We've each got one of Travis's ankles in our hands.
Yeah, we're just dragging along, kicking and screaming.
You know what? That should be our like little symbol. It's just you and me dragging Travis. That would be awesome.
Oh my god! All right, well, let's watch it.
Yeah, there's only one way to find out.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Oh God, my head.
Did we drink last night?
We swore we would never drink before a podcast again.
Promises were meant to be broken, bud.
Rules were meant to be broken.
Alright, I can't hear you when you're correcting me.
Okay, also, where the fuck are we?
You're in the Doma Place.
Oh, that's a dumb name.
Yeah, you should have just called it the Dome.
Or the center. That would have been cool.
Look, can I just have, this one thing?
Dome Place.
Look, you're probably wondering why I brought you here.
Probably wondering why I brought you here.
On the table in front of you, we've left 3 guns. One of your friends has been replicated and replaced. First, kill the clone, and you get to leave. Fail, and you'll never see the sun again.
Fucking drama queen.
I just have so many questions. Like, who are you? What is this place? Why is it dark?
All right, have fun.
I have more.
All right, let's keep a cool head about this. Don't panic, we can figure it out. Ben, what are you doing? Put that down. I'm serious. It might be loaded. Ben, you don't know what you're doing. Oh my God.
Fuck, I'm sorry.
I told you to put that down.
You know I can't hear you when you're correcting me.
I swear to God, every time.
Well, at this point, you should just be expecting it.
Well, I don't know, Ben. When I get kidnapped, I don't expect to be shot by one of my best friends.
Oh, sorry. It's all about you.
Hey, guys, there's some gauze over there on the table.
Awesome. I'm not gonna die. Give it to me.
All right, there you go.
You're just giving this to me?
You just put the gauze in Ari's hand?
Yeah, that's what you asked for.
Travis, in the entire time we've known each other, you have never, ever given me what I've asked for when I've asked for it.
I asked you for Advil last week for a headache and you gave me a hammer.
Yeah, it's super annoying. Seriously, super annoying.
Guys, this is a serious situation. Ari could die, Ben could
Found
die,
the clone?
I could die,
Found the
Steven could
clone.
die.
Headshot, bitch!
Okay, we killed the clone. Can I get some help now? I might be dying.
I wish I was dying.
Oh, you.
I see they've passed the first test. Good. Good.
Oh,
What?
we're back.
And
Yeah.
we're back.
We're here. We're queer.
Get used
Some
to
of us
it.
are
Get
queer.
used to it.
All right.
2 out of 3 of us are queer.
Would you? Am I technically queer?
You're
For being
queer as
ace?
folks.
I guess so.
I mean, if you want to be. I would never
I
put
don't
that
know.
label on somebody
No,
else.
Isn't A in the LGBTQ?
It is
Yeah,
LGBTQIA.
QIA, but
Plus?
it's I don't know.
Yeah.
I've seen the plus in places.
I've seen
But I'm also, like-
LGBTQIA
What the fuck is the second Q for?
questioning.
Oh, fair, you know what? Fair. I was questioning that second Q.
And you were, now you know.
There you go.
And knowing is half the battle.
Yeah, that's I don't know. I just don't consider myself because I'm like hetero.
Yeah.
ace, so, but I don't know.
But I think it's just you get to be in the queer, you get under the queer umbrella as long as you're not like heteronormative.
Okay.
Being ace is not heteronormative to most people.
Okay,
Sure.
gotcha.
Yeah. We have had that conversation, Travis.
Have we?
I guess.
I mean,
Oh.
but I would never put that label on anyone else. I don't care.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
this
is
it's
some-
whatever. I just wasn't sure what the etymology of it was.
Yeah.
You're an etymologist.
Yeah, I wish.
In
That'd
some
be
countries.
super cool.
That would be really cool, yeah.
Pretty rad.
All right, so we just watched an episode of Supernatural.
Yeah, we
We
did.
had a gallant time.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah. Let's sum up, shall we?
Yeah.
Who wants to do the summary?
I think I did it 2 episodes in a row, so someone else do it.
All right, I'll do it.
Fair enough.
So we open on the, Asylum.
Yep.
Roosevelt Asylum.
It's the Asylum.
The Asylum.
The Asylum.
And it's the Roosevelt Asylum, and these cops are going in. And one of the cops is like, so what's the deal with this place? And the other cop is like, oh, I forget. You're not a normal.
Yeah, you're
You're not from around
You're
these
not from
parts.
around here. You don't
Yeah.
know about
You
it.
ain't from around these parts.
Let me exposit. And exposit he does. It is the haunted asylum.
He exposits all over that guy's face.
He really, he gets the story across to him, but perhaps not the audience.
It's true.
What we find out is it is a haunted asylum for reasons we are unsure of yet. And kids these days, with their love of haunted asylums and ghosts,
Yep.
will just break in and look for supernatural creatures, which in this world is basically just like handing over a death certificate.
Yeah.
It's like
You might as well run up to the camera and just go, "Hi, my name's Billy. I'm gonna live forever." Anyways, let's go check out this haunted asylum.
Go ahead and roll for damage.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, pretty much. So the cops go in afterwards, and they split up, which is always the wrong idea
Yep.
in this situation. But alas, here we are. And the new guy, let's call him Walt, because that is his name in the show. he goes to the south wing, down to the boiler room.
The South Wing.
And
Where he
see, the
fucks
reason why we remember that is the camera pauses on it and is like, this is important.
Yep.
Yeah, things go south in the South Wing,
Oh, they do. They do quickly.
especially for Walt.
At first, I was like, damn, that black cop's about to die.
See,
And I was like, stereotypical supernatural, goddamn.
no, that's what the show is really good at, like we were talking about earlier.
Subverting the stereotype.
Exactly.
Well, I would say more like killing the people I least expect.
Yeah.
That's also that's what I mean.
Fair enough. So Walt goes, he exits. We're not sure what's happened to him, except he's got a nosebleed, which is never a good sign in the supernatural universe.
And he's kind of got that 1,000-yard stare going on.
Yeah, he's doing that thing where his partner is like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "Yes."
I'm fine.
Yeah, of course I'm okay.
Why
Why
would
ever would you think something different?
Why would it be otherwise?
So he goes home, gets out his gun, shoots his wife, and then himself.
Yeah.
Well, she's like, you know what? Because she was
Sorry,
saying,
you're mad at me. Yeah, they had a fight.
Yeah, well, and it established that they were previously having a fight because she was like, "Oh, what are you still not talking to me?"
You're still mad about that.
And so he responds by shooting her in the fucking face.
Yeah, and then himself.
Yeah, well.
Probably because he realized what he fucking did.
That's one way to finish a conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It'll shut somebody up real fucking quick.
definitely a bullet point.
Yeah.
Hey.
We're all about synergy here. That's what I'm getting across. We gotta, I've gotta...
Synergistics.
So, smash cut to Sam and Dean. They're arguing about their dad, who is, as we've discussed previously, still a real POS. And,
still at large.
Yep.
while they're arguing, they get a text message with coordinates. And Dean's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's from Dad. I think he wants us to go here and solve this case. The case of the asylum and the people who are murdering people in the asylum. And Sam's like, it's kind of shitty that he's not talking to us. We're thinking he's dead.
Yeah.
Or, like, in trouble. Or at the very least, he needs to come and give us some answers because he's fallen off the face of the earth. That's kind of fucked up.
Sam's like, what if he's dead? Dean's like, don't say that!
Yeah.
Don't say that. If you die in the dream, you die for real.
If you die in the Matrix, you die in real life. Dad's in the Matrix right now. We gotta go get him.
Somebody get Morpheus. We gotta get him out of the Matrix.
Yeah. Sam, take the red pill. I'll take the blue pill. I don't remember what happens in this movie. Gotta get a bunch of holes in your back. We gotta put holes in your back. It's been several years since I've seen The Matrix, guys.
Really?
I don't remember. I remember more than I thought I was going
That's
to.
another once-a-year movie for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we're getting off topic.
Yeah.
This episode was pretty good, though.
It was a good episode.
Yeah.
But so Sam and Dean are like, all right, well, I guess we'll go to bumfuck Illinois to figure out these stupid
Fucking
asylum problems. Like, Sam's like, I fucking, I'm mad. And
Yeah.
Dean's like, I'm here to follow orders. I am the good son. You are the rebel.
The good little soldier.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting because in any other family, like, Sam would be the good kid.
Yeah.
Good grades, goes to college, really good college, wants to become a lawyer. And in
And
any other
Dean would
family,
be the
Dean would
bad
be like
boy.
the fuck up. Yeah.
Subverting expectations. That's what the S in Supernatural stands for.
Oh my God.
What does the U stand for?
Stands for you and me.
You and me.
N is
The
for
P stands for-
anytime at all down here in the deep blue sea. Okay, let's
No.
continue.
No, it stands for napalm to burn
Burn down the whole town.
P
All right.
stands for poop.
Okay.
What happens
Okay.
next in the episode?
E stands for ectoplasm. Okay. So they go to Rockford, and this was possibly my favorite scene. Dean's talking to the cop who didn't die. And is like, hey, we're really cool. And then Sam barrels out of the frame. Like, the cop's like, I don't know if I want to talk to you. Sam fucking barrels out and is like, pow, get out of his face. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It was good.
And then Sam's like, let me buy you a beer. Let's talk about
Let's talk
This-
about
Yeah, let's
It's
talk
haunted
about
asylum.
all those things that dude was just trying to get you to talk about.
Yeah.
But you'll tell me about it because I was nicer to you.
Exactly, yeah.
good reporter, bad reporter.
Look, it's a lot of psychology that we got going on in this show.
Yeah.
Psychology at work. So they figure out the asylum, and they're like, oh, this wing, the south wing of the asylum, Rockford, that was clearly used to be boarded up And
And
now,
chained
and that's
up.
probably why, you know, even though kids come in here all the time, bad stuff doesn't happen because this wing has been locked up.
Yeah.
Right.
So, like, what's happening is, like, people go into this wing, then the fucked up shit happens.
Yeah.
So Sam and Dean are like, cool, we got a name. The chief of staff, Dr. Stanford Ellicott. So Sam goes to a psychiatrist with the same name.
Yes.
And it's Stanford's son.
Yeah. Well, it's not like Jones.
Yeah, Ellicott is a pretty unique name.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Very. That's not. I wasn't implying that it was like,
Yeah.
oh, this is crazy that they met in the same town. No, that makes perfect sense. And this is one of those moments that's going to happen a lot in Supernatural, where Sam goes to see a psychiatrist for a case, but then it's like, dude, you really need some help. Actually,
Yeah. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
liked how the Sam kept trying to get the information, and the psychiatrist was just like, "You're avoiding talking about yourself right now. Did you know that?"
Yeah, let's talk about your relationship with your brother,
Yeah.
who you've been on this road trip with. This is another instance where, like, Sam is a very bad liar, because he's like, what have you been doing recently? And Sam's like, oh, I've been on a road trip with my brother, who I love dearly,
Yep.
and I would never want to hurt him,
I love that
particularly
face he
if
made.
I'm possessed by some ghost.
It was like, oh yeah, we had fun.
Yeah.
That forced
We met
smile.
some interesting people. We'll go with
Yeah.
people.
It's like the face you make when your grandmother gives you like a super itchy sweater for
yeah.
for Christmas.
Yeah, or like...
Or a bunny suit
get-
or something like that.
Or like the creepy uncle he hugs you a little too long.
Oh,
and you
God.
feel something,
Yeah.
and it's not his hand.
Okay.
Sorry.
But so Sam comes out and he's like, yeah, I'm definitely not mad at Dean anymore because of this whole dad situation. A wink to the camera. And Dean's like, all right, let's go figure out what's going on. Rockford, Illinois Asylum riots is what happened. Patients rioted against the staff. A lot of people died, and sometimes their bodies were never found because the people who were sent in to clean out their bodies did not do a very good job.
No. They're too freaked out about the ghosts.
I guess.
Or something.
The pre-ghost.
Or,
The-
I mean,
the
it was
ghost-
the...
Yeah.
They
It was
walked
the
in and they were
60s.
like, oh, ghosts are definitely going to happen.
It's
here.
Yeah.
the 60s.
Yeah, it was the
It's
60s. No one was doing a good job at anything.
true.
Except for going to the moon.
It's also true. Yeah.
That's- You're right.
It was the only thing that happened in the 60s.
And rock music.
Yeah. It was
Well,
getting there.
Summer of '69, sure.
Yeah, it was getting there.
All
Buddy
right, fair
Holly,
enough.
maybe. But yeah, no, like, I like Buddy Holly.
Yeah, I like Buddy Holly too.
He's fun.
He died
Yeah.
at a very early age. That's
also
beside the
true.
Yep,
point.
you know who also died that was a musician back in the 60s?
Who?
John Denver. But he didn't die in the 60s.
But he was a musician back
He
in
was
the
a
60s.
musician back in the 60s, and he was very good.
Good job, John Denver.
Good job.
You're dead now.
Way to go.
So they go, we cut to the asylum. It's nighttime. There's clattering. Somebody's opening a door. And we're like, okay, Sam and Dean. But it's not Sam and Dean. It's these fucking kids.
Oh, it's some teenagers.
It's
Dumb-ass
some
teenagers.
teenagers who are played by people in their early 30s. It is, and it's a boy and a girl. They're dating,
Yeah, one
and
of them had a mustache and a mortgage.
the guy's name is Gavin, which is
Gavin.
It's just.
it's the name of some asshole.
yeah,
let me
that's
tell
just
you.
one of those names.
Yeah,
You
if we're in
just
Ireland
hear
and I
that
hear the name
Gavin.
Gavin or Scotland, I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
But if we're in America, I'm like, less all right.
Yeah.
Sorry to all those Gavins out there, but that's just how I feel.
You might be okay.
And he is pumped to see some ghosts. His girlfriend, Kat, less pumped.
Yeah.
So much so
Significantly
that
less.
she's like, this is a terrible idea for a date. And I'm like, honey, yes. Like, break up with him, please.
Honestly,
deserve so much
I
better.
don't know what she's talking about. I would have gone on that date with Gavin and been like, let's find some fucking ghosts.
I would have gone on that date with Gavin and been like, I'm about to spend the entire night in this fucked up asylum.
With this fresh graffiti all over the walls.
Yeah, like, no. But, so Gavin's like, let's sneak around. We'll split up. Also a bad idea.
Yeah, if you're on a
Fucking-
date in a haunted asylum.
Yeah, you're going to be like, oh, you don't
Don't
want to come with me?
split up.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gavin is bad at dates, okay? That's the message of this
Like,
episode.
I'm bad
Shitty
at
person.
dates, but if I took a date to a haunted asylum, I would at least be like, here, stay close to me.
Well,
we'll be safe.
What's the point of a date?
Uh-huh.
To hang out with somebody.
Yeah, let's go hang out at the haunted asylum and see some ghosts.
You are not hanging out with somebody if you guys decide to split up.
Exactly.
So Gavin goes into a room, and because he's never seen a horror movie before, in the shadows, what he thinks is Cat comes up to him, and they start macking with each other, which doesn't seem like something Cat would do.
Well.
Yeah,
And,
especially considering what they have just spoken about.
Yeah,
Then
what they've spoken about and where they are.
Yeah, and then he pulls away, and it's fucking Ghost Girl.
Yeah.
And he is rightfully freaked out.
Ghost Girl number 1.
Yeah, and then we cut back. Sam and Dean have entered the asylum.
Here they are.
Bum.
They're walking around. They're looking for shit, particularly ghosts.
Yeah.
And Sam does see one ghost slowly walk up to him, and Dean shoots it away with the rock.
It's
rock
actually the
salt.
same. It's the same girl.
It is, yeah. It's the same
Yeah.
girl as
As Gavin macked with.
yeah,
Yeah.
the same girl Gavin was trying to mac on.
Hey.
And they hear Kat scream, and they go and they help her, and Kat's like, we got to get Gavin out of here. And several times, Sam and Dean are like, please leave.
Yeah.
Just go.
Please leave the asylum.
Please get out of here.
You are going to get hurt. It's going to be bad. And
shit.
they do find Gavin. Gavin, they split up again. It's like a fucking Scooby-Doo episode in this
Yeah,
bitch.
everyone's
All the
splitting up. They're going in one door and coming out a different door,
And the
and
thread
then
of the
chasing
series,
each other.
Dean, even gets
Yeah.
the chick to go with him. It's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Sam's got a dog. It's insane.
And it talks.
A talking dog. Bit impetuous, but I think you'd have to forgive that of a talking dog.
Yeah.
True.
Sam finds Gavin, and Gavin relays what happened, and the ghost tried to whisper something in Gavin's ear. Gavin, of course, was freaked the fuck out and didn't.
Well, because he was too busy trying to kiss the ghost instead.
Yeah, he was macking on that ghost. The ghost was really macking on him.
Yeah.
And Sam's like, "Did it hurt you physically?" And Gavin's like,
No.
No. It kissed me.
"She kissed me."
Hey, I'll get kissed on by a ghost.
I mean, the ghost was a ghost.
Yeah.
Ghost was ghost.
Meanwhile, Dean and Kat are going around, and Dean's like, I cannot believe that somebody would enter a known haunted asylum. Like, do we not live in the same universe? What the fuck are you doing?
Dean like takes Kat aside, and he's like, hey, have you ever seen a horror movie? And she was like, yeah. Well, why don't you fucking pay attention next time and don't do that shit?
Yeah. And of course, the next second, Kat's like, oh, somebody's touching me. Holy shit! And then gets pulled into a separate room. And Dean's trying to get her out, but, ghosts. One of the powers of being a ghost is that you can close any door and keep it closed for as long as you want.
Yeah.
That is a ghost power.
I would love to have that ghost power.
I know, right? And Sam comes back and is like, hey, man, be cool with the ghost. The ghost isn't trying to hurt you. Just wants to tell you something.
Yeah, ghosts are chill.
And so Kat chills out, and the ghost does indeed tell her, room 137, some shit's going down there.
Mm-hmm.
And so Dean goes to room 137. Sam tries to get the kids out of there. Dean finds a secret, logbook that was Ellicott's.
Yeah, it was in the wall.
Yeah, it was hidden in the wall. And
with some full roast chicken, too.
It's a Castlevania
I was about
it's
to
a
say.
reference to Castlevania.
I thought it was
And
a Lord of the
video
Rings reference.
and video
a little
games
bit.
in general.
Actually,
Well,
yeah.
all right then.
Well, in Castlevania, you would whip the wall and somehow get a full rotisserie chicken.
Yeah.
Sometimes a full pork dinner.
Yep.
Yeah.
Roast chicken, Sam?
Do you know how long that's been there?
Where are we going to find roast chicken?
At this hour. In the wall.
On the wall, apparently. What I'm saying is Sam and Frodo would have been much better fed if they had just knocked on the wall and, Mordor. Okay.
Yeah.
It's geeking. It's Lord of the Rings. Okay. So, Sam gets a call from Dean and is like, Dean's like, meet me in the basement. And Sam's like, cool. Goes down there, searches around for a little bit.
Okay, wait.
In the first 2 seconds is like, Dean's not down here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But before that happens, he, again, splits up with Kat and Gavin.
Oh, yeah, because they can't get out.
Yeah, so they can't get out. And so Sam is like, well, I'm gonna go get Dean, and you guys,
You guys chill here.
can you guys shoot a shotgun? And Gavin's like, no. And Kat's like, yeah.
Yeah.
And
this.
that was super
My
cool.
dad took me skeet shooting.
Yeah, Kat will fuck up a ghost.
What is a skeet? Is it a mosquito?
It's a clay pigeon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I said mosquito, and it sounded dumb, because those things are very small, and shotguns are just overkill. But
You can kill a bunch of them at once, though, the shotgun.
It's
I
basically
wouldn't use it, though.
like the clay disc that they launch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And
all right,
that's-
rock on.
The act of that is called skeet shooting or shooting skeet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Travis,
well, I've learned something new today.
I've gone and done it. So
See, I was going to ask if you've been skeet shooting. You look like you enjoy a good skeet.
yeah, I used to go dove hunting.
Okay.
I haven't done it in a long time.
All right.
Dove hunting?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Hunting for doves.
Somehow I knew what you meant. You see, I didn't know what skeet shooting was, because I've never heard of an animal named a skeet. And yet I knew what a dove was. I just don't understand why you would hunt one. Is it for meat?
Yeah. Have
Is it
you
just
ever,
for fun?
Have you ever had dove?
No, I can't say that I've had, Travis.
Oh my God.
I can't say that I've ever eaten dove. You know, the bird that stands for peace. Dove.
What, you've never wanted some peace before?
I just can't. I've never been at peace at once in my life, but not for a single moment.
Much like America.
Dove hunting.
Yeah.
Doves.
They're really
Sorry.
good.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I will take your word for it, buddy.
So you've been several kinds of hunting. You ever gone snipe hunting?
What?
Snipe hunting?
Is that where
No.
you're a sniper and you're just killing
No.
people? Because that's called an
That's-
assassin,
No,
Ben.
it's not.
And
what
Travis
that-
would never do that because
Yeah.
he is too scared.
I'm an
All right.
honorable thief.
So you've probably heard the doe hole repair kit thing at work.
Yeah.
It's very similar to that. Snipe hunting is you take some yuck out into the woods, you and a group of friends, and you're like, oh, the snipe is that way, I can hear it. And then y'all just leave.
And then you shoot them in the back. Oh.
Well, in my case, in high school, one kid got shot with a paintball gun, but
Oh, okay.
because we live in the South.
God.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
You
that's
people
actually...
are monsters. Travis is hurting innocent doves.
I didn't shoot.
You're shooting your friends in the back?
I didn't shoot. I did not get shot, or I did not. Do
Oh,
the
you
shooting.
didn't get shot. You just pranked your friends.
No.
I'm never going anywhere with you people.
No.
The hunt for the goat man is canceled.
I was not shooting. Mm-hmm. I was getting shot at.
Oh my. Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah,
And then here's a comforting pat.
it's cool.
Pat.
I knew what a snipe was. It was like, all right, fuck it, we'll see what happens. And then I didn't
Yeah.
know that they're gonna shoot at us.
Yeah.
So any hoozle,
Anywhoozle, back to the episode. So Sam goes down in the basement and is like, "Okay, Dean's not here."
who the fuck
Fuck.
called me?
Yeah.
So he's searching around, and he finds a secret room that looks suspiciously where some illegal experiments have gone on.
Yeah.
And who's down there? But creepy ghost guy,
Yeah.
Stanford Ellicott.
We'll take the mask off. And who was it?
And you know how Sam's been having some, anger issues in this episode?
Yep.
Well, that was set up. Now it's time for it to pay off.
Oh, yeah.
Because Ellicott, okay, the Jared Padalecki is a tall man.
Yeah.
And Stanford is not particularly tall.
No.
So he has to reach up and just be like, "It's okay. I'm making it better." And like electrocutes him. Like
With his
he's got
fingertips,
like
Ghost shock therapy.
ghost shock therapy going in his mouth. And it cuts away from that. Dean's gone back to Kat and Gavin and is like,
What the fuck are you
"Why
still
are you
doing
here?" And
Yeah.
they're like, "Oh, we can't leave. Also, Sam's in the basement." And Dean's like, "Fuck. Okay." So he goes downstairs, runs into Sam, and is like, "Oh, seems like Sam's totally fine and normal.
Yeah.
There's no cause for alarm."
Nothing.
As Sam is bleeding from his nose.
Yeah, Sam's
Yeah.
got a fucking nosebleed.
He's like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Sam's just standing in one spot going, "Oh, yeah, no, I didn't see anything."
Yeah, nothing suspicious happening here.
Everything's cool.
Yeah. I'm not blinking for no particular reason. I just don't like blinking anymore. Like,
Bleeding in place of blinking.
yeah. I love bleeding from my nose.
Don't you
So-
do it all the time?
Yeah.
Dean finds the secret room that Sam just came out of, and Sam's like,
There's no room there. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
There's nothing there.
Don't touch that, Dean. And then shoots him with rock salt.
Yep.
Dean's on the floor.
Which that's actually, as this episode was going on, like, Kat shoots at Dean with the rock salt gun at some point because he comes around the corner and she's freaked out. And I was like, it's rock salt, but it's still coming out of a gun like a bullet.
So it's still gonna hurt.
So it's still gonna hurt.
I
Is it
imagine
gonna
it's
be
gonna
like
be like a BB gun.
Yeah.
You know how those kind of just like bruise you?
Well, they are as the supernatural traditional garb is an undershirt, plaid, more plaid, jacket.
So he is wearing like 7 layers.
Like
of shirt.
7 layers of shirt. You get shot, you're
yeah.
gonna feel it here.
Yeah, but
the
it's not
chest.
gonna like incapacitate you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is what it happens. I mean,
Yeah,
Dean's
it
on
is.
the floor.
It is what happened, and I'm glad
He gets shot back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Knocked
through the door.
On his ass.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that happened because I had that question and it answered it for me.
That was much more subtly foreshadowed than the Sam Rage thing.
Yeah.
True.
Because I've seen the episode before, but it's been a couple years, and I did mostly forget what happened.
Yeah.
But halfway through the episode, I was like, "Oh, Sam's gonna be possessed by the Rage monster."
Here's the thing about supernatural subtlety. Like sometimes
It
you
doesn't
get
exist.
exactly. Well, sometimes it's kind of like the salt gun. This episode, it gets fired like 3 times.
Yeah.
Once it's not towards anybody. The second time, it's close to Dean. The third time, it gets shot with it. But other times, when it's like, most of the time in relation to Sam, it's gonna be like, "Hey, Sam's gonna get pissed at Dean."
Sometimes, okay, I'm going to take back my earlier statement about how Supernatural doesn't have any subtlety, because that's not true. Because it can very subtly, something it does really well, is it will subtly weave in the plot of the Monster of the Week with the thematic issue of the episode.
Yeah.
In this case, it was anger over their father's disappearance and frustration at Sam's brother, at Dean for not taking it as seriously.
Yeah.
Weaved in with rage-inducing therapy.
Yeah. Or like you go to like a real a psychiatrist and then a monster psychiatrist. So sometimes it's a little bit more.
Some people, there's no difference.
Hey,
that's very sad. Some people need help and they're not getting it because of stigma against mental health care in this country. Anyways, so Sam is standing over Dean and he's all ragified. And Dean's like, "Fucking do it, you coward. Pull the trigger. I dare you." And hands him a gun.
Yeah.
And we're like, "Oh shit, is this going to be one of those moments where like love conquers all?" Like Sam's love for his brother breaks through, and at the last minute, he's nope, he shoots him. But it's fine. But it's not. There are no bullets.
Yep.
And Dean's like, "Yeah, like I was gonna give you a fucking loaded gun, you asshole." And then punches him, and he like fucking gets him down and on the floor, and then goes and
finds Ellicott.
Finds the body of Ellicott in, again, 1960s, guys. If your job is to look for a body, you do not do a very good job.
Well, it was in a hidden
it was
room.
in a secret room. You're right. Never mind. I take it back. You guys were great. But he finds the body just as Ellicott is about to fucking pounce on him, give him a rage wedgie. A rage wet willy. Yep. Because he touches their face.
A rage Indian burn.
A rage stroking of the cheeks. And Dean lights the body on fire. They get out of the asylum. Kat breaks up with Gavin. She deserves better.
Yep. Damn right.
She really does. And
her next date, Red Lobster.
Dean and Sam's like, "Hey, I didn't mean anything I said." And Dean's like, "All right." Yeah. He's
sure.
And the audience is like, sure, Sam.
It's like a bad call in like MLB. Bullshit.
Yeah.
But yeah. What I thought when Sam was having his whole anger tirade, like this is all the exact stuff he was telling to
the younger
son,
Ellicott.
the younger Ellicott.
The Ellicott Jr.
Yeah, like this is all the things he said.
Yeah.
All the things he said.
And I mean, he's
running
not
through his head.
He's not wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into what he said, but it ends with Sam and Dean, instead of addressing their feelings and working through their emotions, because they're manly men and they don't do that.
especially in 2005.
Right. And so they go to the motel. They're just sleeping the night away, and then Dean gets a call. And Sam's like, Dean, answer your fucking phone.
Yeah.
And Dean doesn't answer his phone.
Because Dean's asleep.
So Sam picks it up. And guess who it is?
It's Jendo
John
Akari.
motherfucking... Okay.
Crossover!
It's not Jendo Akari.
Oh, shit.
Famously awful father from Neon Genesis Evangelion. It's John Winchester.
Yeah.
Less famously awful father from Supernatural. And the episode fucking ends.
Yep.
Boom.
Boom, bitch!
Boom credits.
So,
So,
comments, questions, concerns?
at the very end, Dean's phone was ringing, and Sam was like, Dean, answer your phone. And Dean doesn't move. Which I find interesting, because I have this theory that there are certain people that are, like, connected to their phones or something. Because, like
you hear it and it wakes you up.
exactly. I will always wake up to answer a phone call.
Here's the thing. I tested this the other day, and it's true.
And here's the thing, too, is I also tested this with Ari.
And it
Did
not
not
true
work.
for me.
So it's like a weird X-Men power or something.
Let me ask
Only a
you-
few of the chosen have it.
Dean doesn't have it.
Nope.
Travis, had you spent a couple of days searching around a haunted asylum with a brother that you have very, very bad relationship with,
No.
and you got shot at and with a rock salt shotgun,
No.
I'm gonna guess you would probably sleep through that phone call.
Nope,
if
I
that
would-
shit
I
happened.
would
Would have
wake
woken
up.
up. Actually,
Like-
there's a way we can test this.
I'm deaf in one
do you
ear.
have any guns?
Yes.
I'm deaf in one ear, and I sleep with my good ear to the pillow,
Okay.
and I still can wake up for a phone call.
Oh, you probably feel the vibrations and stuff.
Well, exactly. And that's
You're
the
like-
other thing, is because I know that about myself, I specifically have alarms set that sound the same as my phone ringtone, and it
Okay.
buzzes the same. And yeah, I put my phone next to I keep it on my bed next to my pillow or under my pillow even, because I feel the vibrations, and that helps me wake up.
Travis, can I ask you a rude question?
Yes.
Because you have okay eyesight.
Uh-huh.
Like we're pretty much the same prescription.
Yeah.
But you're deaf in one ear, like completely deaf
Is
in
this
one
a
ear.
Helen Keller thing?
Just roll with it. Just roll with it. Are you like 1/3 of Daredevil?
Yeah. Kind of blind, kind of deaf. He's not deaf, though.
No,
That's
he's
true.
he's actually got super hearing,
Yeah.
which
Well,
is how he's able to see.
So you like then I well shit.
So he's not
It
Daredevil
was
at all.
it was still funny in the moment. I'll take it.
I'm like
He's like
half,
half
I'm like
Hawkeye.
half
There you
Daredevil,
go.
half Hawkeye.
Is Hawkeye deaf?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Eh.
I don't know many
It's a
things about
newer thing.
I don't know many things about comics, but I do know that in the most recent things, Hawkeye is deaf.
Yeah.
Is he deaf in the movies?
No.
Okay. See, that's why I don't know he's deaf.
It is the comic, the Hawkeye solo series is the most recent one, which is great, and you guys should read it. That is where he is deaf, and
Okay.
that didn't come out until after the movie.
Okay.
The Avengers did, I think. I might be wrong, but the movies was definitely in planning before it came out.
But yeah.
Okay.
But there's a
Which is a shame. It should be integrated, but
I think there's one of those issues where there's a crossover with Deadpool.
Yeah.
yeah.
Or he crosses into Deadpool, or one of those.
There's a lot of Deadpool crossovers because he's very popular.
Yeah. So Hawkeye is with Deadpool, and for that whole issue, Deadpool has his mask pulled up over his mouth.
Yeah.
So Hawkeye can read his what's left of his lips.
There you go.
Yeah. All right, I have some notes. I want to ask you guys this because
Okay.
this is the question that Dean asked Sam in the early beginning of the episode.
Hit me with it. Go for it.
So they're walking down, and Dean's ribbing Sam about his psychic abilities, his ESPN, as I would have called it as a
His
kid,
ESPN 2.
his ESPN 2.
He's
The Ocho.
ESPN.
And
Yeah.
Dean asks him, "Who's the hotter psychic, Patricia Arquette, Jennifer Love Hewitt, or you, aka Sam Winchester?" And I would like to ask you guys the same question.
Yeah, I think
Out of the three of them,
I think my answer is pretty obvious. I'm gonna let Travis go first. Are you gonna do what I was gonna do?
Yeah, I have to look them up first.
All right.
Oh my
okay,
gosh.
Google. Patricia Arquette.
somebody didn't watch Ghost Whisperer and Medium as a child,
I know who Jennifer Love Hewitt is.
right?
Like in the 90s?
I think Medium was actually an early 2000s
Yeah,
show.
Medium. I remember my parents watching Medium.
Yeah. Okay, early 2000s. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say probably Patricia Arquette, because she looks like you would actually be able to have a conversation with her. Like Jennifer Love Hewitt just looks like she would have that ghostly, ghastly, like billion-yard stare the entire time.
I don't know much about Jennifer Love Hewitt's personality. I'm sure she's just a pleasant person to be around.
Yeah.
But I go with Patricia Arquette as well, because I like a woman with a
Personality.
and a brain. Not that
Same-
Jennifer Love Hewitt doesn't have that, but I just know Patricia Arquette does.
You can look at Patricia Arquette and be like, oh, I bet you're a lovely conversationalist.
Yeah.
So
Sorry, Sam, you're not really in the running.
It's true. But then you look at Jennifer Love Hewitt, and you could probably just... The most interesting thing you could do is probably bounce pennies off of her.
Also, that mean Medium and Ghost Whisperer are both television shows in the Supernatural universe.
Literally everything exists. And like what I enjoy about Supernatural is that it's literally just the real world, but with cryptids and monsters and ghosts. That's it.
God.
Oh, those two shows literally ran at the same time.
Yeah.
But Medium lasted 1 year longer.
Well, I don't remember much about either show, but I do remember liking Medium more than Ghost Whisperer, so that doesn't... I mean, that might have been because I had a crush on Patricia Arquette, I'm not going to lie, but...
Yeah. The only thing I really know about Jennifer Love Hewitt was that she was in Ghost Whisperer and that Family Guy like parody of her.
Oh,
Question.
the one... Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
The other thing that happens in this episode is there are sex movie references in like 3 seconds.
Yeah.
They referenced The Shining, Amityville Horror. There was another one that they referenced.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Psycho.
Haley Joel Osment.
Yeah, they referenced Sixth Sense.
Yeah, Sixth Sense.
Or, less likely, but still possible, Secondhand Lions.
Yeah.
Okay, that is
They
best.
referenced AI. No, I'm just kidding.
Secondhand Lions is the best Haley Joel Osment movie.
I couldn't agree more. I love that movie.
You got scared, didn't you?
I did, a little bit. For those of you who don't know, and that's most of you, what I would assume, Ben is a hardcore high five.
Oh, yeah. A high five from Ben will leave you reeling.
Yes. So
Like
when
Your
he comes
hand
in,
will turn red.
Yeah. I was afraid he was going to break my delicate wrist.
I'm a high five motherfucker.
So
Yeah.
when he
As
came in,
Local
I
H
did
says.
flinch. I was a little scared.
I went soft at the end just for you.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. We high-fived because of our mutual love of Secondhand Lions, and I was nervous that I was going to need to get a secondhand wrist. But there are a lot of movie references, which means that The Shining and Amityville Horror and all of these horror movies that they reference, they exist in the Supernatural universe.
Yeah.
Yes.
So all I have to say is, what do ghosts think about the representation in movies?
That is a good question. Let's go to our first guest, a real ghost. What do you think?
Not a damn thing, because he doesn't exist.
No.
Don't insult
Hang on,
him.
hang on.
Oh, God.
We're gonna break the fucking microphone.
Yeah.
Sorry, I should have just done this. See, the problem is the reason we and our listeners cannot hear the ghost is because they do not have a microphone.
Oh my god. Ducky's just gonna lick the microphone.
Yeah.
That would have been funny, and probably.
She just looks mad at you.
So,
Yeah.
all right, Mr.
And yet
Ghost.
our ghost has nothing to say. Yeah. All right.
Riveting conversation.
See, Ducky's just over here. For our listeners.
Just sitting where the ghost is sitting.
Yep.
Maybe Ducky's
Rude,
been the ghost the
Ducky.
whole the time.
Ducky's possessed by a ghost.
Yeah. Mr. Duckingsworth. But yeah, what were we talking about?
I can't remember.
Movie references.
Oh, movie
movie
references. And
The
then,
fact that, do you think like a demon watches, I don't know, what's a movie with demons in it?
Angels and Demons.
The Omen.
That's not.
Yeah, you think that demon watches a movie with the Omen and is like, oh, that's not what it's like at all. I
Yeah.
am nothing like
Where
that.
Jason goes to hell.
Yeah.
Let's see what else.
I'd like to think that they do.
They well, they do as jokes, or do they watch them as punishment in hell?
You just have to see this bullshit movie. Don't get anything right.
You, Baphomet, for your insecurities and insolence, you must watch Freddy versus Jason.
No, I hate that movie. That's the worst one.
Who is it that has that joke about hell being gentrified?
Gant.
Oh, Gant? That's Gant's joke?
That's Gant's
joke.
joke,
Oh my
man.
God.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it the other day. I love that joke.
We call it Hell Foods because we like to have fun here.
Yeah.
I love that line.
For just so you guys know, a friend of ours, Gant Moore, who is hilarious,
Yeah.
and if you guys get a chance to see him, you should. He has a joke about there are so many, humans in hell these days that the demons their culture is being appropriated.
I feel like we should. I wonder if I know Morgan is Gant's SO. Mm-hmm. I think we should have them both on that podcast.
I've already talked to them about that.
Do they want to?
Yeah.
Like at the same time.
It can be at the same time. It can be separately.
That's hot.
Oh.
But they've both watched at least 5 seasons together.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, the kid who played Gavin,
who looked like an asshole.
His name is Nicholas DeGasto.
Uh-huh.
It's D''AGOSTO.
DeGasto.
And I know him from Masters of Sex, Fired Up, Final Destination 5, and Gotham.
Okay, so that's why you were like, hey, it's that guy.
Yeah, he gets around. Not that I've seen all those things. I've seen Masters of Sex and Fired Up. He plays the main character in that.
It's kind of funny, like if you're a side character sometimes in Supernatural, your career will blow up.
Yeah.
If you're a side character in Supernatural, you're at least a main character in something else.
Yeah.
Like, I know this is probably a slight spoiler for me, but I know Timothy Olmesen is in episodes later. I said his name wrong.
I think you said his name right. I just don't know who you're talking. Oh,
I think
that
it's like
fucking guy.
I think it's way later than you've even seen.
Well, here's the thing.
How do you spell
I
his name?
know what you're talking about.
Um,
It's the guy from Psych.
yeah, the dude from Psych.
Oh.
Police guy from Psych that hates.
Here's the thing. I think Psych happened before his stint on Supernatural.
Yes. I think it happened either while or after he was also filming Gallivant, because he has all of his facial hair for that.
Right.
And in Gallivant, he's got very long hair and a big beard because he's supposed to be like a king.
So we can't say who he plays now.
Yeah.
Because spoilers.
Massive spoilers, actually.
But a guy who's in the later seasons, Timothy Olmesen, he is on Psych and Gallivant.
It is way past than what you've seen. It might be stuff coming up on.
It's like seasons 10 and 12, right? 10 and 11.
10 and 11, maybe.
Yeah.
How far have you seen so far? Are you still
I'm
watching?
at the same. I haven't watched any since
we started
last
this.
time. Yeah.
Fair enough.
I am going to. The other day I was like,
I
need to finish the fucking show.
My vote.
But
I don't know how Travis feels about this. I think just for the sake of the show and because I really like this idea. Because Travis has never seen any episodes up to what we've seen so far.
Yeah, I've seen 11 episodes.
And you've seen to what? Season 8?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I really just want you to not watch any of it.
Oh, okay. That's fine too.
And unless you want to, that's fine. Mm-hmm. But I think it'd be really cool just to watch it fresh for the show.
All right, I'm cool with that.
But we already have one who will be fresh.
Who will be fresh.
Yes.
Yeah. But because you guys are roommates... no reading ahead. That's my main point.
I've got a Netflix account. I don't have to share it with him.
Fair enough.
Secrets.
So,
I have this note here. I have 2 notes, actually, that I kind of want to talk about. Actually, I have 3. So when Sam splits up from Dean and Kat the first time. When he's looking for Gavin.
This episode should have just been called Splitsville.
Hey, let's split up. The girl will come with me. Shaggy and Scooby, you take the basement. Don't get distracted by the kitchen and make an improbably large sandwich. Okay, but Sam, he's walking around and I don't think he has a single fucking weapon on him.
Only his
wits.
Sam?
Yeah, Sam.
Well,
when he's going for look for Gavin for the first time.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. I guess he doesn't pick
it
up a salt gun until later.
It looks like they only have one salt gun, Which I was like, they make more than one shotgun in the world, right?
Yeah. Well,
No, I think at some point they have 2 salt guns.
what's
Because
bonkers-
Sam leaves them with one, and then Dean still has one.
there's been a grenade launcher in the trunk of that car since the first episode.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
They probably...
Where does he put it then?
Oh, in the jacket. There's a pocket. Like, that's the amazing...
There's a pocket inside the jacket?
Yeah.
I've never held a gun. How big are shotguns?
A sawed-off is probably about...
Yeah, I mean, that gun's probably about, 2.5 feet,
It looks like
2.5 feet long.
It'd be uncomfortable to just stick in your jacket and walk around.
Well, you're going into an asylum. You're not walking around Kroger with it.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
we're in Alabama.
This isn't an argument
people go
about
to
whether
Kroger
we
with
need
their
to have
shotguns
closed or open carry.
Also, this conversation, this is why sawed-off shotguns up to a point are illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize they were illegal.
Well, not all of them are. Like, you can saw, I think it's 18 or 24 inches is the shortest you can do.
Y'all, I don't know a damn thing about guns.
But if it's like...
If it's like supernatural, like short, that's illegal.
That's
Yeah.
illegal. Okay.
Yeah, because it's easy to conceal.
Also, I want to talk about how Kat was super polite to the ghost.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was-
She got locked in, and she was just like, let me out, please.
Yeah.
When she got yanked
Excuse
in.
me. Yeah.
It's like, excuse me, can you please let me out of this room?
Yeah.
Mr. Ghost, please let me go.
Yeah,
Please, sir.
please.
Sir, can I have some more, Bo?
She was a badass. I gotta say, sometimes the characters who they pick up along the way,
Not so great.
like the one-offs, who just help
Yeah.
them for the episode, sometimes they're just kind of lackluster.
Pieces of
Kat
shit.
had some personality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was like, she told Gavin that she was like, if we make it out of here alive, we're breaking up. And I was like, get it, girl.
Yeah, and I was like, if
Get
you make it out of here
it.
alive,
Damn right.
And well, if they don't make it out of there alive, they can
they're just dating forever in eternity.
date in heaven.
That would be the date that never ends. in the
Although
fucking
I have to say
asylum.
that would, if one of them went to hell and the other one went to heaven, that'd be a hell of a long distance relationship. Am I right?
Yeah.
Am I right, guys?
Hey, all right.
Oh, but there was this weird editing moment. I don't know if you guys caught this.
I probably did.
Okay, Kat. So they've been banging on the door, and Sam's like, "Kat, you gotta just chill out and let the ghost talk to you."
Mm-hmm.
And the ghost says something, and there's this moment where we're like, "Did it work? Is Kat dead?" The last thing we saw, the ghost looks like he was about to fucking noogie her neck. It was very uncomfortable because the ghost is like this middle-aged dude, and Kat's like the door opens and then Kat walks out, but it's like slowed down. It's not slow motion. It's just weird, jerky editing.
It probably
It
did
stood
that.
out. It was strange.
Well, so I think what it was is it did that for for confusion's sake, because there's always that thing where if there's a ghost on screen, it kind of jitters and janks around.
Yeah.
So I think they were doing that to try to make it like,
Is it the ghost?
is it the ghost? Is she possessed?
Yeah, it wasn't weird though. It wasn't weird. I thought it was a little weird.
Yeah. Well, they did that for it to stick out in your mind. That
Yeah,
sort
they
of
were
thing.
like, I don't know if Kat's possessed or not.
Oh, one more note that I have. Two more notes, actually. Can we talk about the extreme rage therapy?
Yes.
Yeah, what? So the extreme rage therapy was basically like, I want these people to get as angry as possible
Yeah.
and get all their frustrations out through anger.
It's unclear. It's left ambiguous whether Stanford was trying to help his patients or just had this sick streak where he was like experimenting on them for kicks.
Right.
With how he ends up, I'm gonna guess he was just fucking with him for kicks.
Yeah. But even when we see him and he's, rage therapying, he's still saying things like, "It's okay. I'm going to help you."
Yeah, because that would have been the shit he would have said to I'm putting air quotes around this patient before he fucks with him.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So let's take the cynical route and say, assume the worst. I think that makes more sense, because even in the 60s, because if somebody was like, "Hey, want to try out this new extreme rage therapy? Vent out your anger."
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Oh, you don't know how anger works." No, that sounds like a bad idea.
Sounds like the exact opposite of what needs to happen.
Yeah. But if you're if you're just doing it to just be shitty, do do y'all have any, like, other little, like, I kind of want to get into the meat of the episode, so do you guys have any other, like, little things that you want to talk about, little standy out things?
I've got some fun trivia things.
All right, let's hear them.
From IMDb. The copy of Men's Health that Sam is reading before he goes into the psychiatrist
It's
office.
from the 1960s.
No, actually, that issue features an interview with Jared Padalecki.
What?
Oh, no way.
No.
Yes. And that's why when he tosses it, it kind of zooms in on it a little bit.
That's
What?
funny.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Was he on the front cover?
I don't believe so.
Oh, okay.
But it probably, you know how they have, like,
Oh, but it
the
was
headlines?
like,
Yeah.
that's the magazine.
the highlights.
Mm-hmm.
This episode is the first time that iron is established as a spirit deterrent.
When?
I think like they hit a ghost with something is what they say. Because that's what I was thinking. Is like, why not just swing the shotgun? Because it's iron, you can smack it with it. But
I don't
I
think...
mean, that's a very famous, like, in the myth, the mythos. That's no fey creature or
no, this is pretty much just
anything like
Wikipedia,
that can
so
touch
this
iron.
can be wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, yeah, I don't think that's correct about this episode.
Yeah. It's,
Lies. Oh, IMDb, you betrayed me again. Any other cool fun facts?
Some of them are kind of weird. We got this one. Several of the articles that Sam and Dean find hanging while looking for the doctor's body is several anatomical drawings on trepanation. Trepanation, or craniotomy, is a little practiced procedure anymore involving drilling or boring into the human skull to supposedly relieve pressure on the brain and cure diseases.
Huh.
Huh, well, I can imagine why that's not very popular these days.
It's true. The same building that was used for the asylum is called Riverview Hospital. This hospital was also used in the Grave Encounters films and other various films and TV shows, including X-Files. This can be easily referenced by the distinctive staircase.
Nice.
Yeah.
It did have a very, like...
Distinct staircase.
Just distinct, like, architecture on the outside.
Yeah.
And I imagine...
When Dean enters the bar, this is one of my favorite things is the name dropping that Dean introduces himself as.
Oh, yeah.
The name he gives the cop, Nigel Tufnell. Do you know what that is from? Nigel Tufnell is the fictional lead guitarist in the 1984 mockumentary film This Is Spinal Tap.
I knew it. The minute I was like, no, I don't know what it is, my brain was like, you do know what it is, actually.
Oh, yeah.
You do know.
But yeah, most of the other things are things that we've already talked about, but there's a few cool ones.
All right, rock on.
Yeah.
Thank you for those fun facts. They were most fun.
Because you didn't know where the all work and no play makes Dr. Elcott a dull boy.
I did know where that comes
Okay.
from.
All right. I didn't remember if you
The
had said
Shining.
that. All right. Fair enough.
That was another movie reference they made because Dean.
A lot of Nicholson.
Yeah, Dean pulls out the Nicholson is the unseen actor in this episode because he gets referenced in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Dean says like my boy Jack
In Shining.
Yeah, in The Shining. And then, again, with the, he pulls out Stanford's secret journal and is like, oh, all work and no play makes Ellicott a very dull boy. And I was like, no Shining reference. What?
This seems to be the first episode where Jared maintains throughout a deeper, firmer tone to his voice as opposed to the early Supernatural episodes in the Gilmore Girl days. The Season 5, Episode 9, The Real Ghostbusters, parodies this, where the Dean and Sam LARPers deepen their voices when they go into character.
Wait a minute.
What the fuck
Wait
is
a minute,
happening?
wait a minute.
It's just how it jumps around. And like I
think they just have deep voices because they're grown-ass men.
No, in the earlier ones, like Sam talks with like more of a
Tenor, maybe?
maybe like kind of like this.
Yeah,
Like,
I did notice that Sam sounded a little different in this episode.
Then he
really?
wanted
I
to talk a
didn't
little bit
notice.
more angry, a little bit more like this. And Dean is just maintaining
And
about this.
Yeah, and maybe
Jared
that was
Padalecki
just
finally went
thematic.
through puberty. Good job.
Hey, they fell.
Hey.
Much like those angels from heaven.
Boo.
I'll take that boo.
Yeah, no, that entire fact was like, oh, somebody really pays attention to this. I do not.
That was they went for bone on that one.
When I did start watching it again, I was like, God, these motherfuckers have some deep, deep voices. So, and I do remember what episode they're referencing that happens later where they talk about it. Oh, I cannot wait to get there.
Are we talking about the same thing with the dude from
Yes.
Eurotrip? Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Travis is just sitting there like, okay, all right.
All right.
Things are exciting.
This is happening, I guess. So, any like little comments, questions, concerns before we get into the more thematic undertones?
Not going back to IMDb, but this is like back to your good, we'll say cliche, stereotypical supernatural episode.
Yeah.
Where it's just like wham bam. We got plot, we got funsies, we got ghosts, we got guns, we got gals.
Yeah.
This is a classic supernatural episode. Monster of the Week style setup.
Freak o' the week.
3-act structure.
Yep.
Not very like overarching plot heavy.
Well, in some like not like over throughout the whole thing for like the monster.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
But when it gets to the things for the show, it does the things for the show well.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's not because later episodes it's like we're all focused on the big bad for this season.
Yeah.
Right? This episode, even if it does have a monster of the week, it is still a large chunk of it is how to defeat X.
Yeah.
Right? These earlier episodes are less about that.
Yeah.
Mostly because there's still a mystery element. I think later we sort of it stops being a mystery so much because we know what's happening a little more. Nothing wrong with that. Just it's different.
It's cool to see kind of like a little bit of themology, if you will, for the show. Is like the episode really doesn't start for Sam and Dean until Dean gets like the notification on his phone.
Yeah.
And then the episode doesn't end until he gets another notification on his phone.
We came full circle.
Damn right.
We started this journey one way, and we ended another.
Yeah. We started with a text. We'll end with a phone call.
With a cliffhanger too.
Yeah.
What's Daddy-O doing?
Dad?
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 Oh, he full on sits up. He like. This is actually a trope that I hate, where like somebody wakes up from a nightmare and then they sit up. Have you ever woken up from a nightmare and vaulted out of bed? Because I haven't. I wake up from a nightmare and I'm still like, I'm freaked out, but still laying down position.
Yeah, I haven't like vaulted out of bed.
Yeah.
But I have like, shaken awake or whatever, and I feel like it's much harder to convey that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So the visual of like shocking up.
Yeah.
Is supposed to convey that emotion of like,
and to be fair, Sam's not
awake.
having a nightmare and vaults up, so it's not quite that trope. But he does get a call and a shock and is like, wow, like
he is getting a call from his dad, so it may as well be a nightmare.
Fair, it is John Winchester on the line. He's
John
probably like, where's
Winchester.
Dean?
And Sam's going to be like, cool, well, I'm glad this is the first time we're talking in 4.5 years. Anyways,
Probably
nothing's going on in my life. My girlfriend died, but we'll just get Dean. It's fine. We're going to talk about it. And let's do that. Let's do that very thing. Let's talk about some major things in this episode.
Okay.
Some conflict, some tension. Where do you want to start?
Let's start with the first thing.
Thank you for your contribution, Travis. I can see why we brought you along. No, let's start with maybe the argument between Sam and Dean.
Okay. About like Dean wanting to just follow Dad's orders and things like that, and Sam being like, "No, we don't have to follow his orders. Let's find him."
It's that same old song and dance.
Yeah.
This isn't the first time this tension's come up.
Well, it is. It's it's like we've talked about before. It is the overarching theme for the first season.
Yeah. So there's this. We didn't really talk about it we talked about it a little bit. We alluded to some conflict, but we didn't really talk about like specifics.
Very true.
So basically, what's happening is Sam is just like, "Hey, let's go find fucking Dad," and Dean's like,
"We got a job to do.
Dad has told us to go on this mission, so we're going to do this." And Sam is upset by this. He wants to hunt down this, demon who's killed their mom.
Jess.
The same way as
and
Jess.
Sam feels like Dean keeps getting distracted by these jobs. And Sam is just like, we have bigger fish to fry. And that irritates him.
And he feels like Dean is just going along with orders, right?
Yeah.
Sam's kind of set up as more like the rebel. He's not just going to listen to his dad. And Dean does what his dad wants him to do without question.
Oh, yeah.
And
Well, he always got the extra cookie, as he likes to say.
yeah, it's why he got the extra cookie. This right here, it's why I always got the extra cookie as a kid. And this is also, something gets brought up that actually wasn't in the earlier episodes, and it's this. The idea that Dean isn't following his dad because he thinks his dad is right, but the idea that he's doing it for his father's approval. And I mean,
Because they
it's
just
very
have that
likely
conflicting personality.
John, pitted his kids against each other, helped set up this rivalry between them.
Yeah.
Because John's a piece of shit.
Yeah. Because I think he knew by them fighting, they would take care of each other. Because they wanted to...
Or at least better themselves.
Exactly. It's like tempering a blade.
I mean, Sam says in the first episode, we were soldiers.
Yeah, raised as soldiers.
We were raised as soldiers. You guys want to talk about mental illness and horror?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, I mean, like you said earlier, it's refreshing with how they cover it.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
mental illness is always a big plot point in a lot of horror things. I think most recently there was the M. Night Shyamalan movie Split.
Yes.
And there's always just like somehow in urban legends, mental asylums always seem to be a place that has been abandoned and has been haunted. And you said before we started recording that you never really found anything about that. But I think it's because it's just a weird thing that's been ingrained in our society, partly because of how we have treated the mentally ill in the past, and because of how we have started to reform those treatments. So, because like back in the 50s, if you had someone who was going crazy, you'd send them off to a mental asylum and ask no questions.
Yeah.
And then they just stayed there for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, they stopped
and
existing.
very, very famously, I mean, Nellie Bly, who was a
reporter, right?
investigative reporter, one of the first women investigative reporters, pretended to be a patient at a mental asylum.
Yeah.
To get the inside scoop of what was happening.
And it was fucking nuts.
Yeah, and it was crazy. And I think that...
And that's where all those things come from, is that, like, it's not something that storytellers have just started doing just because it makes an interesting story. It's something that comes from our history.
Yeah.
We associate... I mean, one of the most, landmark horror films of all time is Psycho. It's in the fucking title.
Yeah.
Right? We associate evil with non-neurotypical behavior.
Yeah.
We associate the mentally ill as different, wrong, and as perpetrators, right? When a school shooting happens, even to this day, as long as it's performed by a white dude, what do we say about him?
They're mentally ill.
They're mentally ill. He was a lone wolf. And so, of course, you got all these abandoned asylums all over the country. And shit, we talked about one that lives near us.
Yeah.
That's rumored to be haunted. There's an asylum where I used to live in Missouri, right? And that's was rumored to be haunted when I lived there.
But yeah, and
There's
so
no basis for this.
And so I think the rumors of it being haunted comes from our now knowledge of how mistreated mentally ill patients used to be.
But also because of association with the idea that mentally ill people are violent.
It's a combination. It kind of goes back to the Native American thing.
Right.
It's kind of putting the ghosts of the old mentally ill that were literally, beaten to death in some cases,
starved and lobotomized,
putting that power back in their hands
Yeah.
to be the ghosts that can,
attack people,
attack
and kill
people.
Yeah. But also, that is what makes the supernatural episode so good.
Yes.
Do you want to talk about it, Travis? Because you talked about it being like a relief.
It was very much of a relief for me because I went into this episode going, It's gonna be the haunted asylum, and the ghosts are gonna be the patients that were crazy. And it's gonna be. I was about to roll my eyes for 1,000 years at this episode.
Rolled them so hard they would have fallen out of your head.
But then we find out through the episode that it turns out that the riots happened because the patients found out about the doctor's secret experiments and rose up and, shoved them in a cupboard.
Yep.
Which statistically is more likely to happen. I mean,
Yeah.
mentally ill people are more likely to be victims of violence
Right.
than perpetrators.
Yeah.
And
Because they don't necessarily have the capacity to be the perpetrator.
Exactly.
well, it's not even about, we kind of, if someone's severely mentally ill, we kind of pity them and want to stay away from them.
Mm-hmm.
And mental illness is, I mean, I was just talking about earlier, mental health care is highly stigmatized in this country. I want to see, there's so many like memes and movies and videos where it's like, don't take pills, just go out in the woods.
Yeah.
Have you tried
Oh.
meditating or
Oh,
this
God.
crystal?
Have you tried not being depressed?
Yeah, just think your way out of your problems. And like, I want to see one fucking movie where somebody's like, yeah, I've got pneumonia. It's okay. I don't need these pills. The woods will cure me.
Just chucks them.
You're not a real doctor. You're just going to load me up with medicine.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That fake bullshit.
Yep.
Yeah. And so, I think that combined with like this idea that like evil is not normal, even though humans are pieces of shit, and of course it is.
Yeah.
It's easy to see, the mentally ill as violent.
Right.
Because they're not normal.
But they're also not violent.
Well, that's... Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. The ones that are violent are just outliers.
Yeah.
So, good fucking job, Supernatural.
Yeah. Good job.
Hold on, this is the hill I die on.
Oh, there it is.
Take a drink.
All right. No. If that is said, finish your drink.
Yeah. There you go.
Supernatural is at its best when it is subverting these old horror tropes.
Yeah.
And that is why this episode is 1,000 times better than Bugs.
Absolutely.
Bugs or the one with the
Dead in
drowning
the
kid.
water.
Yeah.
Yeah, or the one with the drowned kid. Fuck that episode. But
I don't even want to remember its name.
yeah, it did. At least Dead in the Water didn't offend me.
Yeah.
Bugs didn't offend me because of like when I say offended, I don't mean like
With like the Native
morally
American-
offended.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just
I mean
add-
that's bad. I don't like it, but like I am more offended at the insult to my intelligence.
Yeah, the bad storytelling is what is
Yes.
offensive with Bugs.
That's what I'm offended by.
Oh god.
I don't like the the use of a Native American. I
Runs with exposition.
yeah, I
Yeah.
don't. I think that's not good either. But at least I'm used to that.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
when
Lord.
there's a lone Indian or a lone Native American tear somewhere for that statement.
Crying at that episode.
Yep.
There are numerous. God damn. All right, so
Or
back
at the very
to-
least, I knew what I was getting into with Bugs.
Yeah.
When I read the description, I was like, "Oh, it's gonna be this." Was I expecting that? Whoop, we're getting off topic. I'm about to go on a 10-minute tangent about how terrible Bugs was.
Okay. We've done this.
But I will say, if I just saw this episode, if I saw Asylum on TV, had never seen Supernatural before, this one pulled me in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one is like what we were talking about earlier. This is your good
Classic.
early classic Supernatural when it's really, because I was looking at the episodes we've got ahead, and I'm pretty motherfucking excited.
Yeah, I'm psyched.
Yeah.
Because it's back to back to back to back.
Yeah, it's gonna be good for a while.
Yeah.
Pretty much until Route 66.
No. Even that
or
one.
Route 666.
No,
Oh,
that-
it's a bad episode, but it's good in
Yeah.
other ways.
Yeah, exactly. But God, this is gonna be the license to ill of a season for a minute, and I'm pretty
Oh, yeah.
excited. Full of hits, baby. Full of hits.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm pumped.
Fuck yeah.
Cool.
Are there any more questions, comments, points, concerns, dreams, memes,
Hopes, wishes,
Goofs, gaffs, laughs.
sassafrasses.
steel beams, and jet fuel and such?
Chemtrails.
No. I will say, like,
The Federal Reserve is funded by Nazi gold.
If
Hitler's Jimmy Hoffa.
If I'd seen this episode, like, out in the wild,
Yeah.
You were camping one day and you came across TV and Supernatural's playing, I would get the fuck out of there.
Out in the woods when you're treating your depression.
Yeah. But no, like, if I were...
When you're thinking your way out of your sadness.
If I were, like, scrolling through TV and this episode was playing, I didn't know what Supernatural was, I think I still would have skipped on it.
Really?
Because I think I just don't like the Asylum trope. Like,
Okay.
It subverted a lot of the ideas.
Yeah.
But
it's still
just the idea of being in an asylum, I think I still would have passed it on because I'm just like still.
It's just tired.
Yeah.
I get that.
But yeah, I don't know.
But, well, what's next?
What's next?
Next episode is called Scarecrow, Travis.
All right, it's called Scarecrow.
Hit us with it, baby. Hit us with it.
All right, here we go. Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Sam and Dean.
Sam and Dean.
Take another job. They're in Illinois, and then they go back to Kansas.
Oh, snap.
Not to Lawrenceville, but just somewhere else in Kansas.
Lawrence, but continue. I'm sorry, I couldn't let that slide.
Yeah, I was thinking, come on, man.
It's fucking Whoville over here.
What did I say?
Lawrenceville.
Lawrenceville.
What?
I like how you
What's
don't...
the name
Who
of the
smells
city?
the toast now? It's Lawrence.
Lawrenceville.
No, it's
Who
just...
smells the toast now, Travis?
God damn it.
But so
Just Lawrence.
they go back to a different part of Kansas.
All right.
And they go in this house. And then the house like flies up in the air. It's fucking nuts. There's like ghosts flying it up in the air. And it drops and it falls on a lady. And then she becomes a ghost. Oh my God. And then they're like, we gotta go find this other guy to help us out with this. So they go down, they start traveling to somewhere else. And then along the way, they meet a talking scarecrow and a guy made of metal and a lion. And then they find their dad.
This whole episode. Well, I don't know if that's gonna happen, but if it does, we'll talk about it next week.
We'll talk about it.
Next time on...
Hey, Assbutt.
Yep.
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 Nope. Yep.
Yep. Yep.